Welcome, everybody, to an all-new episode of GVN Review. Today, we will be breaking down all the latest gaming news from across the spectrum. Obviously, Xbox will be the most superior thing we cover here, but outside of that, we'll be breaking down as much as we possibly can today. Didge, don't ever do that with the whole moving the mouth to the side like you don't believe in what I just said. You agree. It's okay. It's in your heart. That's all that matters.
I'm neutral.
You're neutral. You know what? You neutral gamers are gonna knock it off. Pick a side, okay?
Why? I have an Xbox. I have a PlayStation.
Look,
Pick a side.
Why?
I'm in the middle as well. Look, I even got Game Pass till 2023 today.
Same. I have Game Pass. I have PlayStation Plus. Like I pick up a controller and I play.
Got a
I'm
Switch.
telling you this
everything.
right now. I'm telling you this right now. Forget a race war. I'm starting a gaming war tomorrow. And I better have my Xbox soldiers with me. That's all I know. So if an Xbox is in your house, you are Xbox.
Well, my Xbox is down at our studio now, so I don't have an Xbox in my house.
Where do you spend more of your time? In your studio. There you go. Xbox. Didge said it. Xbox is where he's going with. I see Trevon smirking, so he's Xbox for life. I love it. I love to see it.
Sir.
I love to see it. I love to see it. I hate all of you. Anyway, I want to start off by thanking Jayla once again for not only the setup, but the amazing intro.
Yeah.
It just brings so much new life to our videos. So thank you very much, Jayla. We appreciate it.
No problem. That was really cool.
We appreciate it. Definitely, for sure. But before we get into... Oh, go ahead, Jaime.
Because I was like, I saw this and I'm like, damn, like y'all just completely changed after I left, huh?
Yeah. It's so funny because when you said, hey, I'm going to be gone for a while, we had like a meeting and we were just like, something is holding us back. And then you said, hey, I'm going to be gone for a while. And we were like, that's what it. And then we just kicked it into a whole new gear. You know what I'm saying? But, you're back now. You bring a whole new level of experience and knowledge. So, it's always great to have you here. Mr. E said, I think I missed the intro. You missed the intro? What? That intro was dope as hell.
Do a replay. Watch us again, and you can catch it.
Yeah, do a replay. Yeah. Give us that extra view.
There you go.
Give us that extra view. That's what you do. There you go. Can't get everything all at once. But no, all jokes aside, I'm so excited to talk all this gaming news with you guys. I want to introduce the panel before we jump right into it. Starting off with welcoming back for the first time since 2022. No, I'm sorry, 2021. Sorry, we're in 2022. Jaime, welcome back. It's been a whole calendar year. We've missed you. How have you been?
I was on a podcast like a couple months ago, or maybe even just a
years.
Month ago. I don't know.
Yeah, like 6-7 months ago. Right, that was last year. Right, yeah, we've missed you.
Right.
How you been?
I've been good. I've been busy. But mentally exhausted after like working for like the first time in my life. I'm like, yo, this ain't it.
You worked for the first time in your life?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not working for the first time in my life, but working like Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 for the first time in my life.
What the hell? What?
I was in college.
It's
Right.
like I
get it. Wait, hold
I
on.
didn't
You didn't
work when I
work
was in
before
there.
I said college? You didn't work before
At
college?
9 to 5. I get it.
Yeah, I didn't work 9 to 5 at college.
Was I the only one working 9 to 5 before college? Okay.
Yes, apparently.
Yeah.
I was retail, so my schedule is all over the place.
There's no way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm pretty
During
sure
the holidays,
I
I
was
couldn't
out
go
of
to
college. I'd
I
have had to
have
do
like
that.
2 channels, so I could quit.
Shout out to Mr. E. He said, I've been annoying the shit out of Jaime. Look, that's what I paid you to do. I appreciate you actually fulfilling your obligation there. Continue to do it. It's really all I can add to that, you had to get some feeling of GVN if you weren't here, Jaime. So I sent Mr. E out to give you that home, that feeling of home, But Jaime has been doing her thing over in the Twitch world.
We love to
So
see it.
shouts out. Absolutely. I'm jealous I don't know how to do any of that. So I be hate watching sometimes.
The last one.
Look, I told you guys, I'll never come here and lie. I'm Dead honest with you guys. No, but all jokes aside, congratulations, Jaime. We are massively proud of you. Graduation, internship, you living your best life out here. You know what I'm saying? And we just can't wait to see what you make of this said internship. So we're all proud of you. We're all proud of you. All right, now that I can stop lying. Next up, Trevon, we know. I'm surprised because you got Gotham Knights as your background. Mm-hmm. I do feel like Harry Potter feels cheated on a little bit.
Ooh.
They give us some more content. Maybe I'll put them behind me. I don't know. You know.
Damn, you be a content whore out here, Trevon. Like, is
least
the sprinkle not enough?
Gotham Knights give me something like every week, you know. I don't Hogwarts like her hogging it. I don't know, you know.
I have a friend who's a big fan of Harry Potter, and I was telling her, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, Summer Game Fest, they're probably gonna have something for Gotham Knights, probably have something for Hogwarts. Nothing for Hogwarts.
Nothing.
Well, you got a release date, didn't you?
I think there was a release date.
I don't believe these things.
I don't believe posted stuff, but they put out their release date a while ago. So
yeah, but Hogwarts has been very secretive since its inception. We've known that. Like, there's nothing new there. It's not like they gave us a bunch of information, went dark, and now it's like, what's going on? They've been this dark since. Trevon, 3 months ago thought the damn game wasn't even going to get made. So I'm like, they're very methodical about their releases of these things. So
I don't think there's a release date.
I think it's said because when I go to Amazon to pre-order
it, Q4. If it says I think October 31st or something like that, it's a placeholder date.
Nah, I think I saw December. I'll double check that, but I think I saw December.
On Google, yeah, it just does.
Everything. I was gonna say everything.
It just says holiday.
Yeah.
Even on their website, it just says holiday.
So you probably saw, I think the other placeholder date is December 31st as well, just to let you know, like, hey, it's coming out this year, Q4. But yeah, I am also probably going to be a Dark Wizard.
So will I. Yeah.
Trevon will be the epitome of the Dark Wizards.
I already got sorted to Slytherin, so you know.
Bro, Slytherin is the jam, man. I love everything Slytherin. That's just where it is. Hufflepuff, what?
I'm Gryffindor, but I want to be a dark Gryffindor.
The official quiz.
I'm just letting y'all know. I'm letting y'all know right now. Me and Didge is locking people in lockers, wedgies, swirlies, all types of.
Don't come up against the wrong Gryffindor because I'm gonna fuck y'all up.
I mean,
I'm not passive.
You sound like a Slytherin. Is all I have to say.
Look, I'm a different type of Gryffindor. That's all I know.
I'm a different type.
You don't get to be a different type.
We got the same spells y'all got. What you mean?
Yeah, but Trevon, you can't be the only one out here killing.
Hey, as long as I don't know.
As long as they don't find out, that's all that matters, right?
Hey, I'm letting you know right now.
I still rub Dumbledore so I can still get the sword.
Look, I'm telling you right now, S don't only mean Slytherin. I'm snitching out here. Let me find out you out here killing. I'm going right to Dumbledore.
Come right for you. Come right for you first. Then.
Hey, Dumbledore. I'm just saying. I seen Trevon kill somebody yesterday. That's all I'm saying. But no, Trevon, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling good. This Xbox showcase was okay. Like there's a few things that I liked in it, but it wasn't like it didn't like excite me that much, to be honest. There's a few things in it that I want to play, but they kept saying 2023. I was like, okay,
yeah,
all right. I was like, I guess I'm not playing that.
What is with you and waiting?
I'm just saying, like, you know,
that is your kryptonite, Trevon.
It's kind of fair, you know. This year, as far as like releases goes, we've been a little bit dry. Like January, February, where like we could not even like decide what to play, and right now it's just
2023 seemed pretty packed.
It's a turnover phase. Y'all can't do a turnover phase? Like, damn, y'all was top heavy at the start of the year. It's a little low. It's a little low.
People who are invested in this stuff, they've probably done with everything. Right?
At least October looks good. October looks pretty good.
And wait, time out. And Jayla, you can speak to this. We did have something to hold us over. We had the Evil Dead game.
We had Evil Dead.
Yeah, that was the big thing.
Quarry. Okay. Evil Dead was fantastic. We still need to talk about that. That was great. Quarry, I'm having a good time with. I'm someone that loved Until Dawn, so it was really great seeing the team back with a bigger budget than the Dark Picture games, and I've been enjoying it so far.
Yeah, so I'm like, you definitely had. There's definitely been things. Now I get it if you're not into those said games. I understand that, but I'm saying it hasn't been bare dry.
No, I'm not.
Right?
I'm not talking about everybody. It's more for me.
Oh, for you specifically, I get you.
Yeah.
I can't necessarily disagree with that. I just downloaded Force Unleashed for Switch.
So fun
for Switch, and bro, one of the skins you can play in, like you can play in so many skins if you have the cheat codes. I've been playing as Luke Skywalker. I haven't been Star-Lord since the game started. I went to Anakin, I went to Vader, I went to Palpatine. I've been literally everybody. Han Solo, I was killing motherfuckers with lightsabers with Han Solo. That game is going to hold me at least for another 2 or 3 weeks. And I got World War Z that's coming in the mail tomorrow.
That's a lot of fun.
There is a game on Game Pass currently that's wonderful. It's Trek to, I forgot what it was called. Trek to Summit.
Trek to Yomi.
Yes. Oh my God. That
so
game
fun.
is an incredible game. It's gorgeous.
That sounds so foreign. What is it about?
Fun.
It's a side scroller like samurai game.
Mm-hmm.
Have you actually
Me no likey side scroller.
You should
it's
try
nice.
it
It's really fun.
Though.
Me no.
I thought it was all right.
I've only played a little bit of it so far.
I think like the combat in that game isn't as deep as what I thought it would have been. And I don't know. I also thought the story could have been done a little bit better. The way they approached it, like, I feel like the main story pieces were in collectibles, which is fun for me because I love picking up collectibles. But if you're not one for collectibles, you might be like, I got maybe half of the game.
Right. No, that's a good point. I played the prologue in the first level.
Yeah.
I think I was just big. I enjoyed it probably because I was still off the high of replaying Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes.
And so
that's Joel's game. Joel loved that.
That game is so great. And so I was still off the high of that, and it's like, all right, well, another samurai game. Let's go.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. E. Resident Evil 4 stole the show for me. I'm hyped for it, even though I was a bit hesitant because of the last remake, which was booty. I have high hopes for it, and I hopefully not much stuff has been cut.
Absolutely. Same. When I found out the RE4 remake was announced, I was set. I was so happy.
Look, I'm very happy for Resident Evil fans. Like I said, Resident Evil is one of those rappers that's not big, but whenever they drop something, you're just like, oh shit. Yeah, this shit's fire. Like, goddamn, I forgot about you. Because I feel as though Resident Evil sneaks in and out. Right? Like, it'll sneak in, and then you'll hear nothing but good things, and then it just vanishes.
They had a rough patch. They had a rough patch with 5 and 6. 7 kind of revitalized.
I was going to say 7 was good, and then Village was.
I think
Village was okay.
I like Village.
Village is very decisive.
I like Village a lot.
Well, what help Resident Evil a lot is if they start doing better by the movies. That would help
about
them
the
a lot.
movies. It's okay.
We definitely have to talk about the movie.
To me, it's a whole nother medium. You can't have one successful and just completely fail in the other because a lot of people don't play the games, but they'll watch the movie.
That's like almost every video game movie.
The movies.
What do you mean?
Almost every video game movie is not as good as the game.
Oh, I don't know about that. Sonic, I felt just
I didn't say almost.
Okay.
You named one.
Sonic, I give. Detective Pikachu, I give.
It's not as good as the Pokemon games.
It's
a good movie.
No. It's better than the actual Detective Pikachu game.
Yeah,
the movie was way better than the actual game.
On the flip side, the Super Mario Brothers movie was horrible. The Assassin's Creed movie, bad.
100%.
Resident Evil, Max Payne. So it's like, in my opinion, Doom. The bad outweighs the good very much.
Hell no, I don't count Doom. What, were we talking about the Netflix one or the one with The Rock?
The one with The Rock.
The one with The Rock is all-time great. All-time great.
All right, guys.
All-time great.
I gotta go.
All-time great. I stand by that movie.
Joan's out here.
I don't care.
He's spouting nonsense, guys.
I stand by that movie.
He's lost his mind.
Okay, I stand by it. I'll die on the hill with that movie. Love it. Look, the movie you guys have been begging me to watch, Scott Pilgrim. Are you saying that didn't live up to the game?
I didn't know there was a game. So
didn't the game come out after the movie?
The game came out after the movie.
It was a comic.
It was a comic.
it was removed off the marketplace for like years and years and years. So the fact that it's back now is actually a pretty big deal.
But thank you for agreeing with me that Scott Pilgrim is one of the greatest video game movies, though.
Scott Pilgrim is one of the greatest movies ever. We don't even have to label it. It's just one of the greatest movies. I think it's the greatest love story ever told. So move aside Titanic, move aside Pretty Woman. Scott Pilgrim right there.
We'll talk about that later.
That's an interesting topic.
I'm just saying. I didn't even know who to thank, Jamie. I was hit on all sides about Scott Pilgrim. Literally everybody was beating me up. Did you watch it? Did you watch it? I'm like, all right, I watched it. And like, yeah.
Now you get why we were saying it, though.
Changes your life, I'm telling you.
It changed my life completely. I don't even know what life is anymore.
Exactly. Thank you, Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, thank you, Scott Pilgrim. I had to rewatch the Batman just to see if my whole view set on movies changed. Like, I thought for a second, is Scott Pilgrim the greatest movie ever? The Batman cleared that up, but you know, it's still up there. Scott Pilgrim rocks 100%.
Scott Pilgrim is amazing. Everyone gets it.
Best things in my childhood. Yeah. Trevon, I don't hear you speaking much. Have you seen Scott Pilgrim?
I have.
Do you not agree?
Y'all can have that.
I wouldn't call it a love story though, but that's a different topic for a different day.
Why would you not call it a love story? He literally was fighting for love.
No.
That was the whole premise. He was fighting to win her over.
Well, at the very end, he learned that he had to fight for himself.
Yeah.
Right. And then hold on, time out. And then it ended with him going with the love of his life to go start a new life. That whole movie is about love. And loving you and loving others. To me,
we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it
now. If Pretty Woman is a love story, come on now. Scott Pilgrim is a love story.
We'll talk about it.
All right.
I've never seen Pretty Woman.
What?
Neither, actually.
Didn't seem like a movie I needed to watch.
It's funny.
Oh, yes, it's a movie you need to watch. You seen Titanic?
Have you seen Titanic? I have.
And you ain't seen Pretty Woman?
Well, to be fair, my mom loves Titanic, so I watched it
with her. So does my mom. My mom took me when I was like 6 to go see that shit.
Pretty Woman? Didn't seem like a movie I needed to watch.
You should watch Pretty Woman. Every man should watch Pretty Woman. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jamie.
There are a few people in my house that also haven't seen Pretty Woman. And like on like the Hollywood tours that we've been on, we passed like a few different locations, and they always point out like the Pretty Woman ones. So we're like, yeah, we'll have to watch it.
Yeah, I believe every human being should be able to bring up at least 1 or 2 catchphrases from that movie a year, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if someone fucks up your order, you just go to them and you say, you made a big mistake. Huge. You got to watch the movie to know why that line is significant.
It just seemed like a basic statement, but
it's not. When you see the circumstances of that line, you'll understand it.
All right.
Pretty Woman watch party win. Look, I'll watch Pretty Woman anytime. Julia Roberts is phenomenal. So is Richard Gere. I fucking love that movie. You guys are wild. Star Citizen developers are losing their shit over Starfield. Somebody break that down to me. What does that mean?
We'll get to Starfield. You'll understand soon. You'll understand soon.
I read a whole nother language right now.
That's when we get to
like Klingon. Yeah, okay. That was Klingon to me. I didn't know what the hell that was. All right. Didge, what's going on, Didge?
Well, not much. I think, like Trayvon said, the Xbox had some good points, but I think that was sort of emblematic of Summer Game Fest as a whole. It had some high points. It had some really, really low points where it's like, did we really need this here? Did we really lose E3 for this? At some points, I was wondering.
Okay. All right. So it seems like this might be a pretty divided podcast about the state of a lot of these things. So
I came to a little summary when this was over today. So I said a statement. I don't know if everybody agree with it, but pretty much what they all are. I'll summarize a lot of these games.
Okay. All right. Jayla, where do you lie here? Was this eventful for you? Or?
Oh my goodness. There's a lot of stuff that I'm super excited about. We got a lot for State of Play. When we get to it, we got a lot of sci-fi horror stuff coming in, which was super exciting for me. I love that stuff. There were some things I wasn't too interested in, but you know, I was pretty satisfied overall. I'm a big Resident Evil person. Street Fighter 6 was awesome to see. I love seeing more Redfall. I'm very excited about Redfall.
Yes.
I'm very excited seeing more about Starfield. So there's a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. The Kojima announcement was super exciting for me. I lost my mind because I don't know what this means, but I'm just happy to be here.
I was hoping there would have been something with like just a picture or something.
Well, I do know that it's a leak, so I mean,
Of
take it
course.
with a grain of salt. But apparently, it is a horror game.
Oh,
And it's called Overdose. Is my understanding right now. That could be wrong, but there is a horror game by him in production called Overdose.
Okay.
And it might be it. I don't know, but fingers crossed. That's where we're going right now.
A lot of rumors say it's supposed to be like the sequel to Silent Hill, or it could be the sequel to Silent Hill. So who knows?
Who knows? I mean, if it's Silent Hill, I'll be happy as a peach.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Shout out to Street Fighter fans. I haven't played a fighter game since Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive was my all-time favorite. Well, that and obviously Marvel vs. Capcom were my all-time favorites. I was never big into Tekken.
Nice.
Yeah, I was never big into Tekken or Street Fighter. My dad raised me on Dead or Alive, so that was.
Oh my God, Dead or Alive. That's a
Dead
fun
or Alive.
One.
Yeah, Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dead or Alive, or what was it? The one where the DLC was like Star Killer, Darth Vader, and Yoda. Soul Calibur.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was very into Marvel vs. Capcom, Dead or Alive, and Mortal Kombat. Was like my
Mortal Kombat for me too. I haven't played it in forever, but that's been more so because I'm lazy, not because I'm not necessarily interested. But yeah, to me, Soul Calibur and Dead or Alive, when that stopped, it was just like, nah, not really interested in fighting games, really. And then Marvel vs. Capcom hasn't done anything in forever. So it's just like, well, the hell y'all been doing? I would like to see Marvel vs. Capcom, but updated with the MCU roster, and the skins look more so like the MCU counterparts rather than like the comic character. I would like to see that, because it's been expanded so much. So I remember back then you did have Rocket, but no other Guardian. Like there was no other Guardians in there. Yeah, I'd much like to use Rocket and Groot and, expand it a little bit more. So, yeah, definitely expand it. Bring back Marvel vs. Capcom if we can.
Absolutely.
And Soul Calibur. Just saying. I'm old school. Give me Streets of Rage. That must be old school. I've never heard of that.
That's one of my
never heard of.
Wait, what?
Rage?
No.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
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 No.
Huh.
No. I will say it once again. The gamer world is you guys' thing.
Wow.
I defer to you guys for when it comes to
Well,
games.
we're excited to guide you through all the announcements from this weekend.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
re-release Streets of Rage 4?
Bring back Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Marvel
Yes.
Ultimate Alliance just had a game.
You ever played Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
No, I have. I'm saying they just had a game.
Yeah,
He's
but
saying bring it.
What?
It was Switch only.
Yeah, I got a Switch.
I was stalled up.
I didn't miss out.
He might not know.
Love Ultimate Alliance. That was a good time for me.
I love that game, but that's what I thought Avengers was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought the next time.
Look, I'll tell you what Avengers should have been. I played the Guardians game. The Guardians game is what Avengers should have been, honestly. If you haven't played it yet, Guardians of the Galaxy, it's incredible. The story is incredible.
I prefer the Avengers, like the Avengers game.
The Guardians game is fun, but it's like very linear. I don't know. I don't know. It's like I like certain parts of the Avengers game that certain parts I don't.
I liked how go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No, that's pretty much it.
I just liked how well that the characters, they casually talk to each other. You saw the team building, you saw them change over the story. You can unlock the costumes and things. Like it really felt like the Guardians as a team, you know what I mean? And I really love that aspect of it. Like if you went off the path, all the other Guardians were like talking about you and saying, like, calling you stupid and stuff like that. But throughout the game, they start trusting you more, and just it was really great. I love that.
I like that game until like I remember when they first announced it, and they said you could only be Star-Lord, and I was like, I didn't like that. I was the same.
I was the same until I played it and I realized that with them making that decision, they were able to put more effort into you feeling like you're leading the team.
Right.
Like you feel like you're really leading team. I really like that a lot.
Yeah, I think the sequel to this Avengers game will be drastically better. I'm sure.
Because I liked it.
With all the time that they're taking. I mean, look, they're pulling a Grand Theft Auto 101. They're just gonna bog you down with DLC until they decide on whether or not they want to make another one.
Yeah, I don't think they're
gonna do another one.
I was gonna say, and plus certain games, you don't need another one. Like, with that, if they just keep adding and keep basically treating it as a service, you're fine. A Grand Theft Auto, they need another one.
I don't know. Well, Grand Theft Auto would beg to differ.
Yeah, I know they would.
They've been giving you online for what, over a decade, and
but
people have been eating that shit up. So
you need more story with Grand Theft Auto.
Jamie.
Wait, say it again, Didge.
You need more story.
I think you need more story from Marvel. Because to me, I agree with Trevon. Trevon made a brilliant point. This was months ago. Trevon's been saying this. You can't give us DLC of 2 archers back to back, and then give us DLC of Jane as Thor, because it's like I just played as Thor. So to me, it's like if you're gonna keep just swapping out, just give me a whole new game with new characters.
Have you read their description of? They're trying to make it seem like she can be so different, and then they're like, some of the aspects will be from Thor, but it's like, but she, and I'm just like,
to be fair, Trayvon, to be fair. The movie's even doing that. When you see the trailer of Jane throwing the hammer and mad hammers come out, that's some shit Thor couldn't do. So I'm like, it seems broken. Like they're trying to. Right, but I'm saying that's the point. The hammer in the comics has never been broken, so they're trying to change it up so it's a drastic visual difference.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed the Avengers game. I enjoyed it more than most people did because there was a lot of talk when it came out. I just feel like for me, it's not my biggest issues when it came to it is that I wanted some more personality to what we're doing, the team ups and stuff like that is what I felt is missing, which was a bit disappointing for me.
Yeah, I just kind of felt like the whole premise was them to rebuild up a broken group. So that's why I said if you did a sequel, you could focus on all the things you're talking about. Because now that's the focus. There is no separation. Everyone's together. Now it's about how can you perfect becoming a team again, right? So I think there's something. If they come out and say they're not doing a sequel, I wouldn't be heartbroken. But I think there's a lot more things you could do with it if you continue it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hell, Trayvon, our lead character in this Avengers game is Kamala Khan. Who's the one person Kamala Khan looks up to? Captain Marvel. I'd fucking love to play as Captain Marvel.
Let's not talk about it because I've been waiting.
I'd love to play as her. I mean, hell, they introduced Ant-Man in the game, and I can't play as Ant-Man.
I've been waiting.
So it's like, so there's some things they can improve on.
We can dream. We can dream.
Yeah, we can dream. But like you said, Didge, if they don't make a sequel, I wouldn't be heartbroken. I didn't love the game that much. So I'm like, I desperately need it. I'm just saying, if they said that they were going to do it, I wouldn't be like, well, I didn't really like your last one. I'd very much be like, well, I see all the ways you can improve. Yeah. So I can't wait to see how you improve and just make it better. Because Guardians for damn sure will be greenlit for a sequel relatively soon, I would assume. No way you stop there. Didn't that win awards? The Guardians game?
It should have. I mean, it was
it did.
The Guardians game did,
It won for story, right?
I think for story,
yeah, it has an incredible story. Incredible story.
And I am very curious how much of that overlaps with what James Gunn is about to give us for his Guardians 3. Because they introduced somebody in there, no spoiler, but they did introduce somebody in there that's very much in the next Guardians.
That scene, let me tell you, my mouth dropped. I was like, I was out of it, man.
And I was like, can I play as this person, please? And I was like, please. Yeah, that's why I'm like, next game, please. Like, give me options.
Yeah, we may. We very much may. I think they'll learn their lesson for sure. All right, this is the one question I want to ask you guys before we jump into starting off with PlayStation. I do want to ask you guys, how much longer do you think we'll have to wait for an announcement of Grand Theft Auto?
A year.
A year?
Yeah.
Because I thought Grand Theft Auto would want to release itself with a system. So I was very shocked.
I mean, it technically did.
They re-released themselves with each.
Oh no, I thought the new title would drop when the PS5 dropped or the new Xbox dropped. So I was really shocked when it did.
Well, there are rumors that there's supposed to be a PlayStation 5 Pro that will be announced soon.
Yeah, they
do not understand. I don't.
They said the same for a mid-series Xbox too.
It could be just slimmer, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, they could do that.
They usually do that anyways.
I just compare it to Mario Kart 8. Like, I mean, that's been what, from Wii U to Switch, and they're still adding more tracks to it, and it's never.
Wait a minute, hold on. There's 8 Mario Karts.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 is the one right now that's like very prominent and very much still selling the top 10 list right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's been out for years.
When I think Mario Kart, I think Nintendo 64. I didn't know they kept making Mario Kart.
Oh, you're missing out.
Yeah, it's great.
You're missing out big time. Oh my god.
I was like, oh shit. Okay, well I'll go back. All right, let's jump into it. Jayla, start us off with some PlayStation.
I would love to. Let me just do this. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Boop. I had it saved up. I promised you guys. I was ready.
Actually, while you do that, oh, you got it? Okay, perfect.
All right, you guys can see it good.
Yep.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember this game now.
I'm very excited.
I'm really excited for this.
Very Dead Space
Did you know
vibes.
that they call Callisto the Dead Moon? Dead.
I'm gonna say something real quick right before we start. A lot of these games were a lot of alien shooting games.
Oh, for sure.
There was so many of them, and I got kind of tired.
Yeah, a lot of these, a lot of horror.
I was like, okay.
Jai, there was no Jai Survivor in the State of Play, Joe.
I just got news. I didn't think they would have that quick. You just got it.
Trying to give you a chance.
I am a simple woman, so every single sci-fi horror I saw, I was like, this is the greatest thing in my life.
And see, I was like, no, okay, some people don't love it. So
I actually thought it was pretty cool. I don't really gravitate towards horror, so
it looks incredible.
This was very graphic.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
See, now this is my kind of game. I need a game that's willing to give me a heart attack at any given time.
Didn't they show something at the very end of this that was like, oh shit?
Yeah, they.
Okay, I remember now. Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You should play Amnesia if you're looking to have a heart attack.
Oof. And this I just played that, and that was.
Yeah, that's something.
That was something.
Something.
Woohoo! This year, very exciting. Very excited.
Definitely excited for that.
Wow, they're still making games for the PS4. I like that.
Wow.
I like
They
that.
should.
Oh, I agree. I'm just saying, a lot of games now coming out is just like, hey, no, 5 only. Buy it.
I kind of feel like they need to stop doing that.
I agree. I'm with you. That's the point I'm making.
I would agree if there wasn't like a shortage right now, but since there is, they need to keep doing it.
I feel like they probably didn't want to, but the pandemic.
Because I need Hogwarts to not be on older systems.
I don't think it's supposed to be.
It is.
Oh well, that sucks.
I don't think they're gonna stay with that. Because Gotham Knights was supposed to be on Xbox One and PS4, and now it's not. So
the graphics.
I was saying it hurts your development of the graphics and everything.
I think they're gonna change it.
I get you, but you also have to understand that if I can't get the PS5 or the new Xbox, I still want to play your game.
Yeah,
so to me, I kind of feel,
get the system.
Yeah.
No, but to me, I kind of feel like you should allow me. You should allow me to make that decision. To me, I feel like you should allow me to make that decision. If I want to get it and I know that it'll be slightly worse off visually, let me make that decision. What if I don't care? Right? So what if I'm not
talking about just for you. I'm talking about for me on the PS5. They might like cut corners, so they don't have to. I just don't want them to stretch themselves.
I do think though, once you delineate like, hey, this is a new generation,
you
gotta make it a new generation.
Time out. If there's anything I just learned is that Trevon is going to be a horrible rich person. That sounded one class. You sounded like the 1%. Like, I don't want to be inconvenient, so get the brokies out of here and only make for us.
That's not what I'm saying. What? I mean, he's not. In a sense, though, he's not wrong. Once you delineate it is a new generation, you should focus on the new generation.
Yeah, but you do have to understand not everybody is, and again, it's still relatively new. Not everybody is able to make that.
There's always a phasing period where they slowly phase out production of the previous generation.
You know what? I'll give you this. When did the PS5 come out? How many years ago? 3? Roundabout. You don't have to give me exact.
No, two,
right?
Okay. So if a new system has been out for going on, let's say 8 years, I go 8 to 10, right? If
that's the next generation.
Yeah.
Usually, sometimes has it been from 360 to the one? Was it just 10 years? I feel like
it was like 7 or 8. That's usually
7 or 8. And what
after 7 or 8 years they go to the next generation.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I just think there should be a larger gap to allow people to transition into it. Not everybody can go right into the transition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
so
they'll start the next generation 7 or 8 years, but the transition is usually 2 to 3. For everybody to get caught
I get it, and I'm also being very selfish because it's Hogwarts Legacy.
100%. Trevon, you don't ever have to tell us that. We understand.
If this game is not good, I am literally gonna cry.
So I do want to go back to.
So sad.
I do want to go back to Callisto Protocol. Callisto. I don't see what's wrong here. It looks like your average Amazon workplace. It definitely does. I've worked at Amazon before. Yeah, you can get your face eaten off. But no, it looks great. It really does. I don't really do first-person shooters, and it looks like it's not. So that's definitely a way to grab me. This looks. I don't know what else to say besides if this game is successful, flip that shit into a movie. This looks beautiful. I would love to see where you can explore and how you can make sure that it visually separates itself from Aliens. You know what I'm saying? So it's not Aliens, it's not Resident Evil. It's somewhere in between those two. So I would love to see where you can expand yourself on this. But Jayla, I'll start off with you. What were your thoughts on this trailer?
As someone who is still scarred from Dead Space, I am super excited. It gives me a lot of the same feelings I had when I first played Dead Space. I love this kind of setting. I love this kind of setup. I'm really into it. It looks pretty intense, which is super exciting. I can't wait to see what the story is, where it goes. I know that everyone's going to be making Dead Space comparisons. I've already done 5 times in the last 15 minutes, but it's going to be very interesting because we are getting a Dead Space remake next year, early next year. So it's going to be very interesting seeing how that goes.
I didn't know until recently Dead Space had a animated movie.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, a lot of those snuck out some animated movies. Jaime, I'll go to you next. What did you think of this trailer?
I actually really liked it. Like I was saying while I was playing, I usually don't gravitate towards horror games or horror-like games, but I'm actually really intrigued by this one. And I've never played any of the Dead Space games, so even though I've never played them, I still saw some of the Dead Space DNA come through with the trailer. So it wasn't a surprise to find out that people who worked on Dead Space also worked on this. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I will play it myself. I'll definitely check out the content for it. It's just I gotta determine what level of scary is this. Is this going to make me not want to leave my house anymore? Because if it's like that, I'm maybe I don't play it for myself. I don't know. I feel like I already gotta play RE4 remake, and I'm I can only handle so much,
Oh, did you play 7, RE7? How'd that do for you?
I did not play 7. I will never play 7. It is an excellent game, though. Excellent game. We'll never play 7.
I know exactly what you mean. Oh my god, because I can't get through the beginning. I had to watch my dad play it. It's a great game, amazing game. That intro alone, though, gets knots in my stomach.
Yeah, no.
I love the sound of that.
Wow.
RE was my speed.
It's one thing. It just gets me.
Trevon, I know horror is your bread and butter. So, what did you think of this trailer?
You know, it looks cool. I like how gory it is and how I'm almost confused. I'm wondering, is it like a shooter or are you just walking around beating shit up? Because you walk around beating shit up, that sounds cool.
It looks like both, maybe.
Yeah,
I would say it looks like both. Yeah, it looks like both.
Yeah, I mean that looks really fun. I don't know about playing that in the nighttime, but I play it in daytime, all lights on. You know, yeah, I'll play it then.
Very valid.
By the way, can I say we got to start projecting a more open narrative. I don't think you have to watch scary or play scary things at night. I think that's reserved for people that it doesn't bother because it's the aesthetic. It's supposed to be the darkness of the theater that really brings out the scariness of it. But to me, I never feel as though like you have to do it. Like if I'm trying to get someone into horror movies, I wouldn't want to scare the shit out of you to where you don't want to do it anymore. I'd want you to just see the movie for how good it is. And then slowly work you up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you play this during the day, no biggie. Shit. I mean, half the horror stuff I watch, I have a nightlight on. You know, no one heard me say that,
valid.
So whatever.
That's super valid.
It's not like the world's listening to me. No one heard me say that. But to me, I kind of feel like play during the day. The whole premise is that you enjoy the game. That's really it.
I did that for Resident Evil 8, and it wasn't even that scary.
There's only one part in Resident Evil 8 that got me, and I know you know what part I'm talking about.
I love the way Jamie said, I did that for that game.
There's only one part of RE8 that made me feel like, no, absolutely not. Never doing this.
Is that the one with that woman?
It's the giant baby.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah. I see what's funny about that part. I actually never saw it because I'm like, I already know. I'm just going to run.
You just ran? You never turned around?
Never. No. I'm treating this great real life. God. Sorry, audience. I'm just going to run.
I didn't know. So I turned around. I was, oh, no, absolutely not.
Maybe I think one time. No, 2 times. I think I saw it one time when it like pops out of the shadows. And then at the very end, when I was getting on the elevator, like, bye-bye, see you later, bye.
Yeah. You know what, Jamie? I don't even fault you. I treat games like I treat real life, right? So if I would leave you in real life, I'm damn sure leaving people in the video game. Are you serious? Like, there's no guilt there. If I'm willing to take the guilt in the real world, I'll damn sure take the guilt in the video game. Are you serious? Yeah, leave you all the time. Every time. Never fails. It's why I don't play online. I tell people all the time, I will leave you. I'll leave you.
Don't play Quarry with the multiplayer mode then, because
leave you right there. Are you serious? Nah. If there's a chance to save me, you ain't got to worry about that. Didge. Look, man, I just had this conversation with my mom about Titanic. Look, hey, I tell you what, if that door could have only fit one person, I would have been that one person on that door. I tell you that's for sure.
That's a shame, bro.
That's for sure. Hey, I don't think
the reason why I don't go on boats to this day.
But wait, hold on, because y'all trying to make me feel bad. Trevon, do you agree with me? Wouldn't you save you first?
I would never be on the boat.
But if you were, would you save yourself first?
It depends on who else is there.
Oh, come on, Trevon. No, it don't. No, it don't. If you
I'll try to get us both up there, but listen, if you fall off.
Flight or fight, I'm telling you.
I'll just say it. But you fall off.
Oh, my God.
I ain't getting the water.
Didge, what was your thoughts on this trailer?
Oh, I'm extremely interested in this game. I think I'm going to pre-order it. Which I have the digital console. I probably don't need to. It's not like I got to worry about it selling out on me or anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, usually for me, when I pre-order, it's for things that, like, I'm worried some douche on Amazon or Walmart will buy 900 of them and resell them at, like, $300 a pop. Video games usually aren't an issue. So it's usually your DLC has to be really good.
Well, yeah, so
there's some kind of perk to pre-order.
And that's all I want to double check first to see what kind of perk it may have if I pre-order or if they have like a day one edition. But for sure, regardless, I will be having it. So, Jamie, if you don't want to buy it, you just want to see the content, I'll Twitch it,
Okay. That works.
So I do want to ask you, I'll start with you, Jayla. What's the last thing you pre-ordered that you felt was worth it? Like it really turned out to be worth it?
That's a good question. I pre-ordered Quarry the day it came out, so that was good. That was fun. Outside of that, geez, I'm not too sure. Really, pre-order Quarry. I missed the pre-order for Evil Dead. I don't think I pre-order that often. I want to pre-order more. I just forget, to be honest. But for me, it's usually I like special editions because I like physical special editions and copies, stuff like that. And I like anything that has a really solid DLC. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Those are the two that kind of like, all right, I'm in it. Especially if it's a game that I'm excited for. That's why I missed the Evil Dead one. But yeah, that's kind of like what draws me to it. I'm very careful about what I pre-order. I am very, very cautious.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you what's the last thing I pre-ordered game was. I'm a huge collectibles guy, so usually my figures is what I pre-order. So I don't have to deal with the douchebag that's taking something that's $20 and selling it for $76. So I usually reserve all my time pre-ordering that. So yeah, video games. I don't remember last time. Trevon, when's the last time you pre-ordered a video game?
I literally was just Googling or looking through my email to remember. Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was definitely worth it. I was gonna say Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but I thought this was definitely after that. So yeah, this.
I get you. Definitely. Jamie, what's the last thing? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jayla.
You're fine. I was just going to answer this question real quick. We were asked, Evil Dead as good as Friday 13th?
I think it's better.
It's better. Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Friday the 13th is a sleeper, though, bro. That game gets slept on.
Don't get me wrong. I was obsessed with that game when it came out. I played it constantly.
When it came out, that's all people were playing.
Yeah, no, it's a great game. But Evil Dead's still better. I love the combat. You can actually fight as the survivors. There's more meat to it because there's different classes and, you can build your team in different ways. And there's much more to do as the demon as well versus Jason. You have a lot more to do. There's a lot more content there. There's a lot more different ways to play as well. And I like how the objective is put on the survivors. Like you have to do these certain things. And, the demon's trying to stop you versus the survivors just trying to like pick random things to do. You know what I mean?
That's not, I know it's a stupid question, but that's not on the Switch, is it?
Not yet.
I had fun watching the Friday the 13th. I think I saw people playing the game. It's so much fun to watch. Like, why would you do that to me? It's like, this is great. Like the content was, it was fun to watch.
It's really fun.
I think I'm about to buy that. I think I'm about to buy that for the Switch and play it again for the Switch to pair alongside World War Z. Friday the 13th.
I don't think you can anymore. I think they lost the
license.
Yeah,
it all
and so
wacky.
They had to shut down the servers.
Oh wow!
Wait, really? Because Amazon is telling me I could buy it right now.
I think they had to stop doing updates on it. They can't work on it anymore.
I thought it was completely. I thought it was completely done.
Yeah, no,
that's fine. I'll just. So wait, so you're saying it wouldn't be worth it to do that?
I was just bummed because when it happened, they were just about to drop a new game mode, and we're just never going to get it. So
I feel like it might not be worth it, Jawan, because usually when people stop updating a game, like the player base drops quite a bit. So you might be waiting a long time just to get into a game.
Yeah,
so
their official servers.
I
their
can't just
official
play
servers
it
got
as story
shuttered.
mode. I can't just play it for the regular story.
There's no regular story.
Yeah, no, there's no story mode.
There is story single player mode for Evil Dead though, which is
it
really
is.
Nice. And super hard, incredibly hard.
I learned a lot of things from you guys.
They were a challenge. Oh my god.
What was I gonna say? So Jamie, what's the last pre-order you had?
I think the last thing that I pre-ordered. I want to say it was Persona 5 Royal. I want to say that's what it was. It was either Persona 5 Royal or Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost. Yeah, Ghost is definitely.
I can't think about playing that game.
We were talking about
fun.
before, Jamie, where I was saying I think Friday the 13th was a sleeper. I usually judge games based off of the legs, like the longevity of it. And I think that game had hit its peak after a while. I believe Evil Dead will have the legs to extend itself. to where a year from now, people are still like, bro, that game is fucking phenomenal. I thought Friday the 13th wasn't given the legs. And I think if it was, people would still look back on it like, that game is just awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I usually just judge the longevity, not in the moment. Because I swear to God, it's very rare a video game in the moment is not the talk of the town, right? Where like everyone's just talking about whether it's good or bad. It's, are you still talking about it months to a year later? And that's usually where I like to judge. Didge, what's the last pre-order you had?
Technically, Elden Ring. I thought it came out a week.
Technically?
Well, I thought it came out a week before it did, and I was already there. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna buy it next week anyway. And I just bought it.
Okay, I just did that. I just did something similar for Father's Day. Thought Father's Day was today. I spent a lot more than I needed to get things here today. Only to go, oh, wait a minute, it's next Sunday? How can I ship it back to Amazon, get my money back and buy it regularly? So I get you. It happens. I get you. All right, what we got next, Jayla?
All right, we have Season next. That I'm excited to take a look at.
Season.
Yeah, Season looks really neat.
Trevon don't even know about Season. Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh, I do remember this now.
Oh, here he goes.
There we go.
She set out to record life at the end of this season, to make it real for people in the future. She asked us about living together.
And we asked her about traveling alone.
When the season turns, what will remain?
Only what she saw, what she captured.
She carries the sounds of the season with her.
This looks gorgeous.
It does.
It's really nice. I don't know. I like it a lot.
The way she listened made you want to tell her everything.
But I love this art style.
I got to look at her
it's an
journal.
interesting one.
Yeah.
The world was telling her its secrets. I think she even figured out what will happen to us when
Oh,
the
it looks like
season
I'm gonna
ends.
cry, which is good.
Is it going? Is it gone?
I feel like more like a movie.
Not yet.
Yeah, I could see that.
It is very cinematic, which I like that in games.
I'm really glad that PlayStation decided to stay partnered with the devs for this, because it got announced last year, and I'm like, damn, this looks like super, super good. And you never know with indie games; sometimes they just drop off. And I'm like, hopefully this one stays. And
So what is like?
I just watched.
What is it? That's what I'm about to ask you.
What?
That's why it look like a movie. Like, what is the game? Yeah.
Sims?
Do we know?
Did I just watch
Sims?
damn.
Sims? You just compared that to Sims?
Hey, look,
Sims game.
It's been
It
a
looks
Monday.
like
I just
Zelda
watched
Breath
what
of
you
the
did on a
Wild
Monday.
and Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Pokemon Snap?
No. Was it
I cannot believe you just compared that to Sims.
Oh my
What is the
God.
game? Like, what is the game though? First?
Think
called
about it
Pokemon
like
Snap. It's called Pokemon
something
Snap, Trevon.
something similar to Life is Strange, but probably not as dramatic.
I'm
Right.
saying, is it
Life is
like,
Strange is super dramatic.
Let me
Yeah.
be very clear. Let me be very clear,
don't-
Mr. E.
okay.
I'm not knocking it. My question remains: what was it? I don't
It
know.
looked
What I
like
just
a
looked at.
movie. It looked like a movie.
You don't
It
need to
did.
know. You just enjoy it.
You know,
That's
it's
what
kinda
they're
like-
gonna take you on.
She has a
know.
quest to do something. I don't know what it is, but
First of all,
she's
she
going
looked
on a
like-
quest.
I'm gonna be honest with you. She looked like the town snitch when he said she looks like somebody that you could tell anything to. I'm like, oh, she's snitching out here. She's just a town snitch. That's
We
what
love
she
black
sounded
women
like.
out here, Jawan. She's not a snitch.
First of all, I'm not
I'm
tearing
saying-
down black women.
Dawn.
I'm just saying she sounded like a snitch.
Oh my god. The game okay, so it says, hold on. So this says document, photograph, and record sounds through a bicycle journey, collecting vision of the world around you for the future. I just don't.
It seems like it's an apocalyptic game, so I'm reading
It's
an article
it's
about
narrative
it.
based.
It's definitely
yeah.
It's definitely a narrative story.
It's not like your like high paced like action kind of thing. It's just like, you know, I'm chilling. I'm going on this quest from like here to somewhere else, and I'm documenting my journey.
Let me also say this.
Yeah,
I am not one that needs constant shoot 'em up, bang bang. I just again will say I didn't know what I was looking at.
It's like,
so I'm not knocking it. I just don't know what it is.
I have the premise of it says that something as big is about to change in the world. There's going to be a collapse that will wash away its culture, and this has been foreshadowed by a similar one many years in the past. So you must be going to document everything before cultures get wiped away.
Okay. All right. Then okay. Now that did not give me the premise of any of that. Like when the alarm went off, I thought like zombies are gonna come out or some shit, and we're just like, no.
Let me tell you, your response immediately after it ends. What the fuck did I just do?
Like what?
I
had just said I was looking forward to it and glad that it got picked up. And you're like, yeah, but what the?
Jamie and I are so great. I can't wait. And Javon's like, what are you guys talking about? I don't understand.
I thought I was just watching somebody's Tuesday. Like I didn't know what the hell that was.
What kind of Tuesdays do you have?
Oh man, that was
apparently just as boring as hers. Like what was that? She was walking. She was walking around taking photos. No, again, it looks visually beautiful. I just at the time didn't understand the premise.
I'm quitting GVN. This is my resignation letter.
Oh my god!
I've had so much fun with you guys.
Oh, that was too funny.
I was confused, man.
That was
I'm
great.
looking at that like.
Don't worry. Up next is
amazing.
Street Fighter. You'll be saved. It's okay.
Okay. All right. Well, did anybody else want to add anything else to that masterpiece that we're about to get?
I'm excited. I'm stoked.
Hopefully,
I'm excited for the
Plus. I'm excited for the movie.
Hopefully, it's on PlayStation Plus. So I can
they're gonna make it. The cutscenes are gonna be awesome.
Jamie, I see the vision. I'm on the same page as you. I see the vision.
All right, look, y'all say y'all see the vision. I want to know if y'all got the same energy when you get an hour into it and you still just taking photos.
Absolutely. I played Firewatch and I love that game.
All right, look, I've never bought a Spider-Man game where I enjoy being Peter Parker over Spider-Man.
There was another game where
like action, but like Spider-Man is action.
I'm just saying, if you told me that my whole game experience was I got to take photos for the Daily Bugle, I would tell you, hell no. Some crime better happen. Something. Shit, can I beat somebody up with the camera?
Something does happen.
It better. She better pull out a sword out of that camera or something.
I mean, there's an apocalypse, so something happens.
Right. Okay.
It makes me think of a game I played. It's ages ago. Basically, you're working in nature and you're setting up surveillance cameras, and squirrels keep messing with it, and you have to like figure out what's going on and uncover this whole thing. It was really interesting.
Yeah, nah, you would have to tell
me.
I do, and I remember going, I miss anything else besides this. Like, I'm just taking pictures of Pokemon.
That's my favorite in Pokemon, yeah.
Oh man, I got bored 6 seconds into that game.
6 seconds.
It introduced it, and I said, "Yeah, that's a no for me, dog. Where's Pokemon Yellow or Stadium or something?"
Oh
something
boy,
it's crazy because like I saw a lot of people were really excited for it, and like the people that were excited for it are people I know don't have the patience to play the game. And so I was very confused.
100%. And you know what? Shout out to Mr. E. He said it's art. I agree. Yeah, it does look visually pleasing. But I also know people that will grab a nice glass of wine, stand, and just look at a photo for an hour. I can't do that. This game looks like a video game version of that, where you're grabbing a nice glass of wine and you're just staring at someone's artwork for an hour. No, thank you. That's not for me. That's all I'm saying. I have nothing negative to say about the game because I haven't played it. But hopefully there's more to this. That's all I'm saying. I just hope that there's another shooter drop. That's all. What else we got, Jayla?
Street Fighter.
Oh! Thank God.
Let's go.
Now, this ain't where I'm staring at no street, right?
And the character after me.
They got an I left GVN? Is that what they got, Jamie?
No, I said after me. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh my gosh. Everybody else knew what was going on, but you.
I'm excited to see Capcom's show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they
I don't know. The last Capcom show I watched, they didn't show anything.
It's not like a game.
Let me believe.
This journey doesn't have a real ending.
I'll just try to set your expectations.
Okay then, hope you're ready to begin. You want to start off on the right foot in this city. Hit the streets.
I didn't know Capcom did Resident Evil game. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yep, they do Resident Evil games.
Love you,
They're also
Capcom.
working on the Netflix show, the Netflix animated movie that came out last year.
A new Mega Man game, please.
Oh, that was
For some reason, Capcom is like avoiding Mega Man like the plague, so that could be a surprise.
They was spitting. Y'all was talking all through that. That rapper was spitting out there.
Oh, I've seen this before.
You better talk through it before it gets striked.
I wasn't telling y'all to stop.
It's commentary.
No, I wasn't telling y'all to stop talking. I was just saying the rapper was
spitting. All right.
I mean, this looks incredible though. Come on.
It does.
Definitely. That's Jamie right there.
But doesn't Street Fighter always?
See, this is. I can't. When it comes to these games, these cutscenes stuff look great, but that's not how the game looks.
Have some fun.
No, this is how the game looks.
I'm saying you can't walk around and do stuff.
The area where you were walking around in the beginning is probably just the multiplayer like lobby area.
Yeah.
But a lot of fighting games have that where you can like walk to different sections and stuff.
Maybe they're gonna do like the My Park in 2K.
I will say this.
Jeez.
I want an open world Street Fighter game. That's what I want.
Yes. So Didge, you know what I would like them to do for Street Fighter? Because I know you might understand this a lot better. You remember NBA Street?
Yeah.
So I would love Street Fighter to work where you create your own character, and it's like Trevon said, it's open world, and you're traveling to different areas that are represented by the big characters of Street Fighter.
That would be dope.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to go to their territories to take over their said territories, and it's the big names of Street Fighter. I would have a lot of fun with that.
But see, like this is like their game center.
Yeah.
See, I think it is. This part is going to be like how it is.
Yeah, you can walk around in there.
I mean, because even what was that, Jamie? What's that? That game with all the anime characters. That game, to a degree,
Jump Force.
Yes, Jump Force.
Jump Force.
Yeah. To a degree, it was open world. But you had a lot more freedoms to do whatever you really wanted to. It's just whatever you could pick from wasn't that much, you know. But that game does have room. Had room to grow. I don't think they're ever going to revisit it, but it did have room to grow.
It got the servers got shut down for that.
Yeah, it definitely had room to grow itself. But
they didn't do a great job with that game, man. That was unfortunate.
We good, Jayla?
We're good. Oh,
because I'm hearing them. Did anybody else hear the music?
Yeah.
That was my bad. We're good
okay.
though. It's still
I still
playing.
hear it. Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
ending.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. It ended now. I'm like, am I the only one hearing this?
No, I hear it.
All just said no.
Yeah, I was like, no, John, I don't know what you're talking about.
Goodness gracious. Okay. No, Street Fighter is awesome. I feel as though they always do this. I am with you, Trevon. A lot of the times, a lot of people, when they do fighting games, their bark is bigger than their actual bite. So, like, they'll show you a cinematic masterpiece, and then you'll play it, and you're like, this is nothing like what you were showing me. Like, why did you do that? Of course, to sell the game. But this looks like a lot of fun. I do need them to, with Ryu, stop making him gradually become bigger per game. Like, I remember Ryu back in the day, who was all slimmed out. Now this man then took steroids on top of steroids on top of steroids. Man, they got no neck now. Goodness gracious.
Him and Jason Todd, they're getting the same supplier.
Yeah, man, what's happening with these characters?
Supplier.
Why are you making them so muscular like that? Goodness gracious. But I'm very excited for this. Street Fighter usually always delivers. Like I said before, I'm not a massive Street Fighter fan, but I have played it before. You know, it's not like I've never played it. So I am looking forward to see what they do. I am more looking forward to seeing what Capcom does. Because I've only ever had one wish for Capcom besides Marvel vs. Capcom, and that's to bring back that Mega Man game where you had to hack in, or jack in, rather. That is my all-time favorite Mega Man game. I would really like. I'm trying to remember the actual name of it, but it was where like you had to fight viruses and whatnot.
I don't know. My favorite Mega Man is X, 4, 5, and 6. I love those. So I don't know. Yeah, the other Mega Mans, I'm not. I know this is gonna sound blasphemous. I'm not really that big into them. The one I'm talking about is the one that really took me
for Mega Man. So I'm always looking for that to be announced. But Jaime, I'll start off with you. Does this look like something you might be grabbing week 1?
Yeah, definitely. I've talked with a few different people like, yo, you picking this game up because like I'm trying to fight some people. So yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. It's kind of interesting because like I feel like a lot of games, at least that are being announced like this week and like a little bit last week, have so many like particle effects and just crazy things happening on screen. And like, can I turn this down? And like, I can barely see what's going on. It's exciting, but I'm like, damn, all I just see is sparks. I don't know what's happening. So I'm like, hopefully you can adjust that a little bit. But other than that, I've been watching. Summer Game Fest actually has like an in-person component to it this year, but it's just for influencers and the media. Yeah. And so they have had like some hands-on Street Fighter 6 footage with like different creators and stuff, and they said they really liked it. And just seeing their experience with it and like the combos that you're able to do. I'm usually more of a spammer myself, so I don't know if I'll be doing any of those. But it's cool to see what they're doing with Street Fighter, and Street Fighter impresses me like every time they come out with a new one or do something new. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, I'm with you there, Jaime. How excited are you?
I just told you how excited.
Oh, Jayla. Sorry, Jayla.
I can tell you more, I guess.
Yeah, no, continue. Keep going. No, Jayla, what are your thoughts?
I'm super stoked. It looks incredible. It looks a lot of fun. I love, getting a gamer and just kind of binging it for like 3 weeks with my friends and trying to get good at it. Like Jaime said, I'm a bit of a spammer sometimes, except for like Mortal Kombat. I actually like kind of learned combos, which is fun. Oh. But I love it. I love a good fighter game. It's always a good good time.
Yeah, look, I'm honest. I'm honest with it. I will not learn combos to any of these games. If I find something that keeps your ass on the ground, I will be tapping that shit religiously. I'm just letting you know right now. Sorry, don't play with me.
By so many people.
Don't play with me. That's all I can tell you.
I think they're pretty good with Injustice 2 with Harley Quinn. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, I actually learned combos with her. It was so much fun.
I was always raised by if you can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, stop it. That's really all I can tell you. Look, I told you, I don't fake the funk here. I'm not good at them, so if I find something that works, yeah, it's grass. That's it. Wow. I can tell you. I be watching the tournaments for like Mortal Kombat and stuff, and I'm like, I could never do that. I'm watching them hit all kinds of buttons. I'm like, you don't just find one button and just hit that religiously? No, just me? All right, cool. Didge, you excited for this?
I am. Street Fighter, they usually always deliver, so I'm excited for the next iteration of it. I'll probably pick it up. Maybe not day one, but month one, we'll say.
Yeah, month one.
We'll see what else. We'll see what else comes out during that time.
Oh yeah.
So I want to ask you before I pass it to Trevon and he kind of elaborates more on it. Is this a franchise you think should change up? Not needs to, because obviously there's been 400 Street Fighter games. So it's not a necessity, but would you like to see it maybe open itself up, open world, or just do, different things? How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe doing something of how like Mortal Kombat does their storyline would be a little bit more interesting. Obviously not emulating the story, but sort of how it plays out, where you get sort of the cinematic that leads you into the different fights. And I can't remember which one it was where you were actually walking around while you were doing it. Like, that would be cool. But I think it's also with fighting games, I'm very big on if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or if it, yeah. So it's like, just leave it at that.
I mean, look, to me, you know what? As I pass to you, Trevon, I think my biggest thing is more so just make more open world games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you made more open world, wait, say it again, Jaime. I'm sorry.
Oh, I feel like we're getting too many open worlds. Like I like open world. I like open world games, but now that like a lot of publishers are like, oh, that's what's hot right now. Like whatever game you're making, like make it open world. Like games that are not supposed to be open world are becoming open world, and it's like, what is the word? Like desaturating the genre as far as like it really being like a powerful.
I feel you though.
I'll speak to the point that you just made. I agree, and that's what Didge was just saying. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So if it's a game that doesn't come from being open world, cool. But that's what I'm saying. If you give me more games that are new, that are brand new, it's not something that's already been done. It's brand new, and you make it an open world where I have the same aesthetics and it's the whole premise of fighting and whatnot, then I'm fine. I'm 100% fine. I don't need you to reinvent the wheel. I just like the freedom of, if I want to drive around or ride this horse or fly for an hour, I can fucking do that. I'm not shackled to, all right, you just finished fighting her, bet, no break, fight him. Like, damn, like, shit, can I wipe my face for a second? Shit, you know what I'm saying? So to me, I just like the reprieve, I guess, that I'm given. It's why I cater more towards Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, stuff like that, where it's just like, you know what? I just robbed three banks today. I just want to get cops upset for an hour. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I just want the freedom of that. But I am with you. If you start to do that for everything, it'll then become, well, you're taking away what made them special. It's a fighting game. It's as simple as you just fight this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Only reason I even brought it up is because the Sonic Frontiers preview was quite atrocious.
Yes. That's a good point.
There was nothing in it.
Yeah. Literally, people in the comments were like, "This looks like a developer's like, all right, we need a room to test these assets. Like, let's put it in here." That's literally what it looks like.
I saw some people like, it looked like the default, like whatever you get from the engine. Like, that's all it looked like. And I was like, wow.
There was like some more information that came out where they were talking about how like Amy and Tails like come out to help Sonic and like they get transported to a different world or something, and people are like, oh, like that's much better. I'm like, is it? Like, how is that going to fit into that? So I don't know. I was already really like confused when they announced they were doing a Sonic open world game, and now I'm just even more concerned. So
I think a Sonic open world game to me is interesting if it takes place like the movies do on Earth, right? But I kind of feel like when you expand it to doing just Sonic's World has never looked appealing to me to want to go anywhere besides just where the course is. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, well, now the burden's on you to showcase how much bigger his worlds truly are. Because to me, I've never played that game and went, wonder if I went left instead of straight. What's out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was never a thought for me. Yeah. So I'm like, you deciding to make it open world, again, that's my formula. So I'll try it. But it's like Didge was saying, that was definitely something I felt as though, if it ain't broke, and you've been doing these games since the early 90s. So it's like, what are we really fixing here?
Now, if you give me a game when he's supersonic.
I think he will be supersonic in this game.
That's why you said that. Like, you just want to fly.
For me, like Sonic being like a side scroller or like a 3D side scroll, or I guess it's not side scrolling, but like a 3D platformer is in Sonic's DNA. So to take him out of that environment is where I feel like we run into a lot of issues. Like it worked for Zelda because you don't have to be like a 2D side scroller or like a platformer for it to Zelda.
I feel like Sonic's map has to be huge. Like it has to be very like huge. A lot. Like for you to if you're running all the time.
Yeah.
Like if you decide to run all the time, like it got to be big. Like it got to be a lot of content, a lot of work.
I agree.
He looks out of place to me.
Yeah, I agree.
And you know what's weird? We did get a open world Sonic game before, but was still in the same vein of Sonic, and that was the one that came out for the Dreamcast.
I don't know if I.
Yeah, it was. It was.
That was open world. That was. It's not as open world as this looks to be, but it was very much open world.
It was.
You could explore the little towns that you were in. You know what, Didge? I'm sorry. Maybe let me not say that. Let me just say this. It was drastically different than any other Sonic game that it came out before or after. So I'll say that. Sonic Adventures, for people that are like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah. I love Sonic Adventures 1 and 2. Yeah. I re-downloaded it from my Xbox.
Absolutely.
Those games are gold. But to me, this looks just like, is it really open world, or is it very much just like, here's the mission, follow the coins, or whatever the case may be?
Yeah, to me, it just looks like they put him in a big sandbox with like barely anything to interact with instead of
that's what everybody complained about. Then they gave the next day they gave us that he was fighting those like robot things.
Yeah, the combat, which didn't look that great
either. What?
It just looks like this. It looks like they were testing a new engine or something, and they're like,
Yeah.
let's throw Sonic in it just to test the engine with.
Right.
He looks very out of place. Like it doesn't look like they mesh well. Like it doesn't look like they were meant to be together.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
So
Yeah,
sad.
this is just, this just is a pairing I don't think anyone ever needed. It's like Crash. I don't need that for Crash. I don't need that for Spyro. Like, those are just games that you just don't need that for. Jayla, by the way, Joel's in the waiting room.
Oh my God.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, this is just like, I don't know. I guess this falls more so, Didge, into what you were just talking about of, is this what we needed? That's what goes to what Jamie's talking about of, now you're going to get fucking every publisher like open world, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work for everybody.
For sure.
It doesn't work for everybody. Especially because you've been a franchise for too long, right? Like too long for you to switch it up that much.
Yeah.
I think the most known IP that's gone into open world and it worked flawlessly, in my opinion, is Dragon Ball Z, mainly because that's always been a forever changing model from one game to the other. Like if you play the Game Boy Advance one, then you play the PlayStation 2 one, those are two drastically different games. Sonic's been pretty much the same since its inception. So you making this big leap to making it open world, it's like some people are going to look at it like, that one you made open world?
Yeah, Sonic Adventure, he was like in a city, right? It was like a city, not a whatever this is, landscape.
Yeah, he's like out in the world.
And,
I don't know where he's at.
And I want to pass it to you, Jayla, but I want to ask you this, Jayla. Does this feel like something that maybe shouldn't have happened, or is that just not the best game footage to give us? Like, did that just not look good? Do you think it's a possibility the rest of it could still maybe be good?
It feels so flat and dull for a Sonic game, especially. I don't know what can make a difference in that. It looks very barren. It doesn't have because Sonic is a big personality. He has a big personality, and it's what draws a lot of people to the character in the first place. And I just didn't see any of that come through with what we've seen so far. I think it was a misstep. I think it's not a right match. Maybe they're trying to follow in the footsteps of Breath of the Wild, kind of. I'm not really sure what they're doing here, but it's not mixing well for me. Obviously, I could be wrong. I hope to be proven wrong, but I don't think this was it. I think if they were doing this, they probably should have done a city setting. If they wanted to do a bigger open world type thing, I think a city setting would have been a better match for Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, and to what I was telling you, Didge, in Sonic Adventures, you could fucking take the train with Sonic. Like, you get on the train and the train takes you, or you could just stand on top of it. Like, it was all city. It was literally all city. There were a few beach shots and whatnot. But Joel, I want to pass it to you. You being a really big Breath of the Wild fan, do you think Breath of the Wild works to expand itself like that? Because that franchise, I feel as though, has always been a modicum of freedom to a degree. So it wasn't like out of the ordinary to kind of just expand it more. But with Sonic, it very much feels like I run the loops, I collect the coins, I beat Egghead. It's just that simple. Opening it up more, you now got to really change a lot of what your recipe is. You're muted, by the way, Joel. Yep, you're good. You're good now.
All right. Yeah, Breath of the Wild. Well, that's a very different type of game. At least even looking at comparing the two, it definitely had the same feels because of the music playing and the foresty aspect to it, the grass, and I mean it looked beautiful. I mean visually, but he definitely kind of felt out of place, and it is in a different world, so I guess that explains that. But as long as it doesn't stay in that same setting, I'm open to it. I did like a lot of what I saw. It just felt different, and I'm very much not a fan of 3D Sonic. I like.
Also, you didn't like Sonic Adventure then?
No, I didn't like any of that shit.
Okay.
I prefer side-scrolling Sonic. But this new open world, it's different enough where I'm like, all right, I'll give it. And it looks like that test, that fake shit that came out a couple of years ago, where like some guy put Sonic in like an open world setting where you can run. It looks just like that, but better. And I'm like, all right, well that looked cool then. It looks cool now. It's just I got to see more because right now it's kind of bland, and I need more than just this, because that's just gonna get boring if it's in the same world the whole time. So if you give me cities, because that's the thing with Sonic, all the levels are different and they have different names. There's a lot of different aspects to those levels. That's a very big part of the Sonic video game. So if you give me one world, you're stuck in that one world the whole time. It works for like Link, but it's not gonna work for Sonic. So you're gonna need to diversify it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And look, shit, even Mario, when you play Mario 64, even he goes to different worlds. Like, even he understood I can't stay in one place, right? And he has literally no superpowers. So picture a guy with powers. You want to just reserve it to I'm going to one place? No. Like, I feel like 30 minutes in, I've seen everything. No, let me move on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely with you there. But yeah, like I said, even Mario expanded itself, and that to me felt flawless. That didn't feel like a stretch.
It's worked, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they just showed this game too early. Like, there's like nothing really for us to hold on to as far as like what we can expect for the game. So they just showed it like way too early, in my opinion. Hopefully way too early. If they're like more than halfway through,
that would be that's scary.
Yeah.
Look, all I can say is we are all Sonic fans here. We only want what's best for Sonic. So don't start to tarnish the name. You just had a great movie. Don't start to tarnish the name with horrible gaming when gaming was your bread and butter. Right? Yeah. Don't flip the script where your movies are great, but your games are horrible.
Gaming hasn't been great.
Another title is supposed to be coming out for Sonic, so if this one flops, we still got something else.
Well, I do want to say this, Joe. I did enjoy Forces. I enjoyed Forces a lot.
Forces was alright, yeah.
Forces was hard. I couldn't do it.
It was, but I enjoyed it a lot.
I might get myself Forces just because I want to try something different.
Again, my biggest issue with Forces was, again, I'm hugely against this. The game is called Sonic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I at no point was playing as just Sonic. I had to create my own character. Bitch, I'm here for Sonic. I don't want to play as me. I'm me every day. Where's Sonic? Let me play as him. So that is the only thing I didn't like about Forces, is that I'm playing as me. I don't want to be me. Like, where are all the other good characters? So that was my only issue. So I do believe Forces was maybe their last really
What's the one with the chows or whatever, the ones that follow you around?
Colors? That was
Sonic
Colors.
Yeah, I just finished Sonic Colors.
That one.
Yeah, I didn't really like that one.
I want to try that one, but the other one,
I wasn't a huge fan of that one either.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan.
It's hard. Oh my god.
Colors is hard.
Yeah, I got like a code for it through a friend, and so I felt obligated to beat it. But had that not happened, I would not have beaten it. It was so hard.
Yeah, right. Okay.
All right. What we got next, Jayla?
My most anticipated from this segment. I am so excited to talk about this. You guys have no idea. It's gonna be a great time.
All right. Let's see.
Let's rock and roll. I need to get faster at this bit, but it's fine.
It's all good.
You're good.
Boop.
Oh, okay.
Boop.
Oh.
Yeah, they had me thinking it was The Last of Us with the Spanish guitar.
I know. I'm so excited for this. Oh my god. I'm such a huge Resident Evil fan. Oh, you guys don't understand.
This already got me.
Oh my god.
Dancing my ass off over here.
Under Wonder Roost.
I'm so happy. Leon's my boy.
I'm very curious what the Capcom thing is going to be about.
I feel like they're just going to go deeper into
a lot of this.
Yeah. I don't think they didn't really expand too much on the Resident Evil 8 DLC, which they've been promising for a long time. So I'll probably go deeper into that.
And also, if we're
maybe
being
Monster
honest,
Hunter.
If we're being honest, if you're Capcom, do you have to really do a lot? A lot of their IPs are so massive. You just do those, you're pretty much good.
Well, there's a lot of IPs
Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Street Fighter. They're probably good after that.
I want some Street Fighter shit.
I've been waiting so long for them to announce this. I've been like on the edge of my seat waiting for them to announce the RE4 remake.
It begins
They're basically trying to remake them all at this point.
I don't think they're going to do 5.
Yeah, 5 was too new. More
yeah, I think they were just going to do the first 4 and then keep going with what they have now.
I mean, I don't know.
I could just forget what happened that night.
That's true. I didn't think of that. Good point.
That's free money, I suppose.
Definitely more money.
This time, it can be different.
Oh, it looks so good.
It has to.
Looks so good. I'm so happy it's happening finally. I know the RE3 remake wasn't the best. It wasn't as good as 2, at least. So this is
VR too as well.
That'll
be fun.
Super excited.
They released the original Resident Evil 4 on VR, I believe. So
they have.
That sounds crazy.
Well, lead us off in this, Jayla.
Okay.
Expand on your thoughts. Lead us off.
Well, first, I loved RE2 Remake. RE3 Remake was a bit of a disappointment, but I still had a good time. I am having a blast seeing what they do with these remakes, how they're changing it up, what they're adding to it. I'm super excited. Resident Evil 4, for many of the fans, is their favorite. It's like the Resident Evil game. So seeing it get the same treatment and, be reintroduced to a new generation without the tank controls, because that can kind of turn some people off, is super exciting to see. I have great feelings about this. Leon is my favorite Resident Evil character, so I'm going to absolutely have a blast with this. I have high hopes. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this forever. I've been reading every single week and drop and whatever, anything to get my hands on, see it finally here with a date is unreal for me. I can't wait.
And apparently Mr. E is going to scream like a biatch when Chainsaw Man shows up.
Yeah.
I don't know who Chainsaw Man is, but that's fair.
As you should. We all will.
I know the anime.
That's fair. I literally thought I thought he got confused on his IP. I thought he was trying to talk about Evil Dead. I'm like, well, wait a minute, hold on. He's not going to show up in this. But Didge, are you excited for this?
Oh yeah. I haven't went back to play Resident Evil 4 in forever, so now I don't have to worry about trying to dig out an old system to go do that. I can just wait for this.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm definitely going to be buying it. But I do have to jump off though, guys.
Okay.
But I'm glad I was able to at least talk about this.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you.
I can't wait. Yes. I'll see you guys soon.
I think RE4 is on Game Pass, by the way.
Oh,
nice. Even better.
Ooh, okay. I will say these re-releases are becoming like stupid popular. Like I think some companies are going, hey, whoa, don't do anything new. What about that classic we had?
Yeah.
Can we dust that off?
Well, to be fair,
spruce it up a little bit. No, I'm with you. I'm just saying it looks to be definitely something a lot of companies are like, I'm not in a rush for new.
Right.
Old shit.
I mean, the RE2 remake was like a huge thing when it came out because of, like, they completely changed it. Not like completely changed it, but it was tank controls and they made it third-person shooter and it was terrifying. And it was just a really great way to introduce it to a new generation. And I love it. If you're going to remake a game, if you're going to do that, I just make sure you actually add something to it. Make sure there's a reason that you're remaking the game. Don't just touch up the graphics a bit and then call it a day. We're going to get to it obviously, but the Last of Us remake where they had the animators go back and rewatch videos and reanimate it. That's incredible stuff.
They're using a lot of the old animation and then tweaking it a little bit for some of the newer models. Otherwise, if they had to redo the whole thing, I think the animators would be like, nah, fuck you.
I will say though, there are a lot of games that even if you do just bring back out, repolish, and drop again, I would be fine with. Only because it's like I don't want to have to get a Game Boy or Nintendo 64 or stuff like that. Like for me, Nintendo has so much IP, and I feel as though some of their best games ever are from yesterday, right? So it's like, well, bring some of that shit today. You know what I'm saying? So we could play it. You know what I'm saying? Even if there's nothing necessarily new, it just looks better for the next gen. I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, there's just a lot of games that you guys had from back then that it's just like, well, dust that shit off. Bring it back. You know what I'm saying?
TV Robo.
You know, it's funny. And I know literally no one on earth has ever played this game. One of my all-time favorite Game Boy games is Paperboy. Fucking want Paperboy.
That's great.
I want Paperboy. Give me Paperboy for Switch. Who
hasn't played Paperboy?
Usually whenever I talk about it, people are like, I don't know what Paperboy is. I'm like, I fucking love Paperboy. That shit was awesome.
Young.
What's up, Trevon?
I love Paperboy.
I've never played it. I've never played it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I thought you were saying it like you played it but didn't
No,
like it.
no.
I'll accept you never played it. But if you played it and didn't like it, that's what you break my heart.
That's a classic game.
Yeah, I love Paperboy, man. And Trevon, it's literally as simple as it sounds. You're just delivering paper.
You get them in the mailbox, you extra points.
Yes. So obviously it's a lot harder. Like there's a whole bunch of shit that pops up, but you're just delivering paper. That's it.
I would love to see this, by the way. A Dead Rising.
Dead Rising?
That'd be really cool.
I wouldn't be against it.
That'd be really cool. Especially since the most recent Dead Rising didn't really land for me at all. So I would love to see, take it back to the classics.
I want them to dust off Knockout. I want Knockout back. That game is fucking all-time classic. Are you serious? Yeah. Bring Knockout back.
Which
I definitely want that. That was the one where the guy so Michael Jackson, I believe, was like
all right, wait. Before you go into this, I do have to go.
No.
I was gonna share my opinion on I know. I was gonna share my thoughts on the trailer really quick. Cool. Definitely will play it. I hope it's scary, but not like too scary. Those are all my thoughts.
Resident Evil, Resident Evil's like, I don't understand those words. Too scary? That's all we do.
I mean, the last one, I didn't think the last one was really that scary. There were like a couple moments where I was scared, but other than that, it was more suspenseful.
A thriller. Yeah.
Yeah. I usually realistically always almost shit myself watching those. But thank you, Jaime. We'll definitely see you soon.
Yeah, I have to figure something out. But yeah, it was nice hanging out with everybody again.
Jamie.
Absolutely, Jaime.
Have a good rest of the stream.
We definitely will. We appreciate you. Joel, I've never really known you to be big into horror video games. So what are your thoughts on this Resident Evil?
I don't. Oh yeah, I was never big into horror video games. So more recently, like I own Dying Light now, but I don't finish it because it creeps me the fuck out. Resident Evil, I want to get into. That was my cousin's thing. I was more into like Onimusha and stuff like that. Like,
do you have an Xbox?
No, I have PlayStation. PlayStation guy.
It's okay. I forgive you.
It's okay. I forgive you.
He's like, I'll flip it on you. Yeah, no, I'm not big into it, but I think for me, a lot of times my interest in horror games comes less from playing it and more from just watching the cutscenes of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of fun that way. I know it takes all of the air out of the game when you just watch it and don't play it. Because a lot of the spooky shit is from what pops up while you're playing it.
Like I get it. Resident Evil 1, like the updated one of that. Because I want to try to get it. I can't get. I'm so lost, and it just started. I don't know what to do. So I gave up already. I'm like, this game is so crazy.
You should play the RE2 remake. It's a lot more accessible. The puzzles are still a bit complex, but it's a lot more accessible than the RE1 remake. Yeah.
Yeah, because part 2, I just kind of wanted to do it in order, but like RE1 is so fucking frustrating.
You don't have to. You can jump straight into 2. You'll get a hang of it.
I'm like, well, I don't even know where to go next. It's so annoying. I actually physically owned Resident Evil 4 and never played it because I just basically left it because I bought it and I never bought it for me. I bought it for someone else. They never kept it, so I kept it with me and I never played it and it just sat there. I think I have it somewhere around here, but.
What system do you have it for?
I think it was PS3.
PS3.
But I obviously never played it. Never got. And now that it's coming out again, I might do it. But I want to play the other ones. I don't want to just skip them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's what I meant earlier. Is like RE2, especially the remake, is so much more accessible for people that want to get into it.
I might do that then.
So much easier to digest. You don't have to worry about the tank controls, which can be so hard to get used to. Like the fixed camera can be like
annoying.
Yeah, it can be really hard to get used to. But it's third person. It's really great for survival horror because you still have to like limit your ammo and be careful what you're doing. The puzzles are great. A lot of backtracking, but in a cool way.
It looks nice. I saw.
Yeah. Good stuff. I've played through it quite a few times now. I'm trying to get like, you know how there's different ranks when you beat the game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get an S rank, which is very hard. So
that sounds hard.
Very hard. It's not easy whatsoever.
And Trevon, I believe I already know where you stand with this. you gonna play it?
Maybe not.
Oh, yeah. I thought.
I remember like I had like a VR a long time ago for a phone. I played like a horror game. It's kind of fun to play it that way, but I don't know. My nerves. I don't know. I don't know if I'm out for that anymore.
No fucking way I'm playing Resident Evil that close.
VR? That sounds.
No way.
I that one I first played for GameCube.
Size to it at this point, from like working in a haunted house and then just like watching so many horror movies. Like there's still things that creep me out and get to me. They're very specific, but like sometimes it's like, oh yeah, there's a jump scare.
Yeah. So for me, right before we move on to the next one, we got Jayla. For me, I've just been raised on slasher, essentially.
Right.
Like a head being chopped off, shit like that. I'm desensitized to it. But
Of
when you're
course.
talking about like witches and shit like that, like like ghosts and stuff like that, no, yeah, I don't. No, thank you.
Well, Resident Evil should be fine because that's more just gore than supernatural, like spiritual.
Yeah, the only thing that scares me about Resident Evil is just pop-ups. That's why I said while you play it, it's
double jump
pop-ups.
scares.
Yeah, but to me, if you just watch the cutscenes, it's fine. But when you play it and they jump up at you, that's where I'm like.
I'll tell you what. I recently played this game, Visage, something of that nature. It's one of those two, how you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was terrifying. It was one of the scariest games I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
I was losing my mind. Let me tell you. At one point, you're going through this. You're going through this house. It's very similar to PT, if you guys remember that.
Yeah, that was like a demo, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a demo of the Silent Hills, and that
They didn't do nothing with that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It got canceled. I'm still not over it, but that's another story.
That was a creepy ass demo, though.
I know it was gonna be so good, but this game, it was gonna be so good. I'm so mad about it. I get upset. I rant about it constantly because it was gonna be incredible. It was like beautiful,
fucking
perfect
creepy,
game.
bro. Oh my god.
I know, but this game does fill the void in my heart. It has a lot of similar things. You're going through this house that changes as you go through the different chapters, and there's one. And like the main antagonist of this chapter is an old lady, a very, very creepy old lady. So I'm going through the rooms, and then I turn around to go out, and she's not doing anything mean. She's just peeking around the corner. Her head is just staring at me.
That's all. That's all I need.
Oh my god, my stomach. My heart dropped into my stomach.
Yeah, I threw up in my mouth listening.
Horrific. I hated it. And like she kept doing it, so I just got more and more frustrated at her scaring me constantly. I'm just trying to solve the puzzle. But play it. It's on Game Pass. It's great.
No, you just sold it like that. Hell no, ain't none of us playing that. Just listening to it was enough for me.
Speaking of old ladies, I'm good.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, I almost left it. I almost left it chapter 2 when they showed that old lady butterball ass naked.
I want to.
I said, hell no.
I want to talk about those movies to y'all eventually.
We could definitely do that, Trevon.
Yeah.
I would love to do a breakdown of it chapter.
We could do a Silent Hill.
The first one. I watched the first one.
The first one?
You
didn't watch the second one?
The new first one. Yeah, the new first one, not the back in the day one.
Chapter 1. Chapter 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't seen chapter 2.
No.
You should watch chapter 2. Chapter 2 is just like, oh, you thought 1 was crazy?
I love Bill Hader, so I was very happy.
Yeah, no, I think they're both classic movies.
The original scared the shit out of me as a kid.
As it should.
It scared.
I just think it's a real fucked up character.
I agree. That's what it's supposed to be.
Children,
really.
Yeah. To me, I never knew about the original when I was young. I found out about it when I got older, and I kind of felt like I wouldn't be able to watch it in the lens of how it should be viewed. Because I would watch it today, and it probably wouldn't scare me like it would have, like Joel said, when I was younger.
Oh, yeah.
So like I leave it to the new 2 to be the new, set of it that scares me. God damn,
probably avoided some childhood trauma, so you're good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You probably did. I mean, it fucked me
up. What we got next, Jayla?
I think Trevon's gonna be really excited about what we have next today.
Ooh, good.
I think this is for you.
He's been waiting. He's been waiting. We know he has.
Ooh,
okay.
I'm excited.
This is Trevon's baby, where he wants to recreate everything.
Very exciting.
Flying
I had nothing, and then this city became my home.
I love how they keep saying that this has nothing to do with the show. Like they keep trying to distance themselves.
Gotham.
I love
it. Well, that's Warner Brothers' fault. Why would you release them around the same time as each other?
I don't know, man.
That's CW. What the fuck are you doing?
That show is not gonna come to like.
I don't think so either. There's a part of me to take. They're gonna make cancel.
Look, don't threaten us with a good time. It is funny though, listening to Nightwing talk. Now that I finished Young Justice, the newest season, I swear Nightwing always sounds like him. Whenever I think of Nightwing.
As a big Nightwing person, as far as everyone from the Bat family, I'm very excited.
Oh, he's your favorite out of the whole Bat family?
Yeah, I think I can confidently say that. For a while, it was Red Hood, but I'm pretty sure I'm locked in on Nightwing.
The new Nightwing one.
I got this, Bruce.
Oh yeah.
It looks like that
So good. Let's go, my boy.
I can't wait to see this story because my biggest question is
pre-order now and get the 233 custom Batcycle skin.
I've always loved the Dick Grayson that is willing to do his job, but he very much hates the idea of being in Bruce's shadow. So I'm very curious to see the context of that line. Does he mean it in the standpoint of like I got Gotham City, or does he mean like I got you in the sense of like I'll live up to what you were? Because that was always something he had no interest in.
I think it involves the city. Like I got it. I got the city. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, then I'm completely with it. I never am a fan of someone trying to make Nightwing another Batman. That's not Nightwing.
Right.
That's the whole reason he changed to being Nightwing was to be his own individual person. So to me, always keep it in that vein. But Trevon, I'll start with you. We saw no flying, so I don't know how you feel. I don't know if you docked it a few stars.
I'm excited for another. I love the other Batman, open world fighting games. Yeah, so I love those. So I'm very happy to get into something similar, and this is very cool because you got 4 different, like from the start, like you got all 4 of them to switch between or figure out which one you want or whatever. I think that's gonna be really fun. Yeah, I don't know. The game just looks gonna be fun. I just let's stick to this year. Let me actually have it, and that's it. Like,
well, it's somebody that doesn't have either one of the next gens. I hope it gets pushed till I get it. I hope it doesn't come out until I get a next gen.
What a shame!
As soon as I get
what a shame.
No, I will say the one thing about Gotham Knights that I hope they utilize. I know this is going to sound crazy, but my only issue with Gotham Knight was Gotham kind of seemed like after a while, and I don't mean after a while like days and days of playing it, but like in just one sitting, I was just going in a circle. I would like them to kind of find a way to make Gotham just seem a little bit bigger. Just do that. You know what I'm saying? Now with you expanding characters, and it's more than just Batman.
Right.
Expand it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Make Gotham a little bit bigger. Not gigantic, but just a little bit bigger. So it doesn't seem like I'm essentially just going in a fucking circle. I think
the problem, with Spider-Man game, he can get on the train or whatever to get to a certain places like far away. I think that's what make it harder for these games because they don't have that traversing thing in like the other Batman games.
Arkham Origins did.
Yeah, I was about to say Gotham is supposed to be New York, right?
But I'm saying you can't get on the train and go to another part.
Oh, no, right. But I'm saying the one difference is with Arkham Knight, I could get in my fucking Batmobile and drive somewhere.
That's true.
So it's like open it up, like New York in Spider-Man seems massive.
Think about driving though. Think about driving
the
from
scale
one side
too,
to the
wasn't
other.
it?
Look,
No. I get what you're saying, Trayvon,
it'll
but
be
I'm
crazy.
saying when I was watching Joel play Spider-Man, it seemed as though there was still so much of that map Joel still didn't hit, and he hit them all. And it still seemed like there was more to that city.
Huge, yeah.
Arkham Knight, and I think mainly it was because the aesthetic of that game was supposed to be broken down Gotham. So it was like Gotham destroyed. Right.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like each place I went was exactly where I just was. Like I didn't go anywhere. That's what I'm saying. But open it up more to where it's like, okay, this looks different than where I just was. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I definitely hope that they utilize, because with you expanding characters and each one gets around the city differently, it can't all look the same. If one motherfucker can teleport and the other one uses an air glider, I shouldn't be looking at the city exactly the same, right? There should just be an essence of it that just
wait. Who can teleport?
Robin.
Well, specifically, Tim Drake.
Yeah. I mean, he's the only Robin right now.
Yeah, but I mean, yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely. But when you say Robin, it kind of is just like, if you don't know the exact full roster.
Oh, he did teleport.
There's 4 people back there. Robin is the one that can teleport.
That's
Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, Red Hood. Remember, he was going through. I'll never forget when me and Joel saw the first footage of this game, and we're just like, did he fucking teleport?
Yeah.
like,
what happened?
What the fuck is that? So apparently he's moving through satellites.
Yeah, the Justice League satellites.
Right. So it's legit teleporting, like how the Watchtower would teleport them.
Almost like Star Trek.
Right. So that's to me, that's a lot better than what it looked like when they first dropped it. It was like, he could just teleport? What the fuck? What?
Yeah, he's a techie character, so he's like he hacked into the Justice League satellite.
I love that.
It makes all the sense in the world where everyone's driving and he's just like driving.
Love that for him.
I tell
the coordinates. Give me a second.
Right, yeah, but it is a really good way to set Tim Drake different from everyone else, because Tim Drake is the least popular out of the 4 of them. So it's a really good way to kind of get the popularity driving a lot more.
I might pick him.
Well, I just mean, Joel, more so, like if you polled a lot of the world,
well known.
Right. They just know the 3 of those names more than, because when you like what you just said, when you said, oh, that's Robin, to somebody that doesn't know Tim Drake, they could have thought that was fucking Damian. Right?
Yeah.
But if you said Nightwing, Batgirl, or
Red Hood, I didn't say Tim.
We know who they are.
Robin. Yeah. That's Robin. Like right there.
No, right. And I'm saying you know that because you know that's exactly who that is. But to mainstream, to them, Robin could be fucking Damian, or could be
Robin has been multiple people, so it's
right.
I understand that.
Right.
It can be very confusing for people who don't know.
It
could be very confusing.
It could really, because then someone could go, well, was Barbara ever a Robin? No, she was just Batgirl always. It's like, well, why not? Well, she just never got the title. She named herself. She came in naming herself. So she was different.
I'm just saying, I'm confused of the 4. You know which one is Robin?
Oh yes, 100%. Yeah. Well, the one with the big ass arm.
That was my only argument. That was the only thing I was saying. Like, you're not gonna get confused between the 4 of them. Which one?
Yeah, between the 4 of them there. Yeah.
No.
Jayla, how excited are you for this?
I'm super excited. I love Nightwing. So it's right up my alley. The Batman games have pretty much done me well for whatever variation I've gotten of them. I haven't been too let down overall. The combat looks fun. The premise looks like a fun time. I'm very interested to see where their story goes. So yeah, no, I'm down. I'm very down.
Yeah, I definitely want to see where you go from Arkham Knight, because I'm like, when I played Arkham Knight, I was just like, why did it take y'all this long for me to be able to fucking utilize the Batmobile like that? Like, what? Why? This is beautiful. Swinging around, rooftop to rooftop. I'm choosing my own missions and whatnot. So much about that game was just like, yes. So I'm curious how much of this game is like that, or if it's a blend. If it's more so a blend.
Was it the same people that did Arkham Origins, right?
No. It might have been, but Arkham Origins was still drastically different.
It is. That's what I'm saying. These are not the Arkham Knight. This is not.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So,
that's what I mean. Yeah, like.
I get you.
So they're living up to like having to improve on that. And that's why the graphics. Because a lot of people are comparing it to Arkham Knight, and I'm like, this is not the same people. And Arkham Origins definitely looked a little worse than, let's say, even Arkham City. And Arkham City looked beautiful. And like you're like, wow, why does that look like a downgrade? Now the gameplay and the story were great.
Yeah.
Arkham Origins was awesome, but graphically it just didn't live up to like what Arkham City was. You know what I mean?
I will say, if Gotham Knights opens itself up to being open world like Knight was, if it does that, I'm fine with you making Jason Todd look however the fuck you want to make him look.
You get to choose.
I need the freedom. Choose what?
The way Red Hood looks and Nightwing looks. And
you mean like the skin?
Yeah, you customize it.
Oh. Yeah, I just mean, to me, when everyone was complaining about how Jason.
You mean his face?
Like, I was like, I didn't have
a mask most of the time.
No, I didn't mean Red Hood specifically, just Jason's actual face. To me, I didn't have a big issue with it, but also to me, if I can drive Nightwing's motorcycle all around town, I don't give a fuck. He can look however the fuck he wants.
Pretty much.
I mean, that seems like what you can do. Like you can, right? You can use a motorcycle, use everything to get around the city. So I'm like, all right, everyone has their own way of traversing. So I'm like, it looks really fun. I really don't understand what a lot of the complaints are. Now, giving Red Hood the ability to spirit, that's weird and a choice. But
very cool.
I'll get over it.
Because to me, I feel like the more powers or abilities or things that you give them, it takes away from the fact that they're just regular crime fighters that are skilled, right? Like there is no power set. They're just really fucking smart and skilled. That's it.
That's what makes them special.
Yeah, I'm like.
And now we have soul hopping and teleportation.
Well, that's not a power. That's a tech.
You know what, Trevon? I'll say this. As long as they keep the shit in the game, I could care less. As long as that shit does not see the light of the day in cartoons, comics, movies, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I don't care.
If this game breaks records, it will be.
We've seen that that's not necessarily true. But it is something to fear. But Joel, how excited are you for this?
I'm very excited. I mean, I loved a lot of the gameplay we've seen already. I can't wait to finally see how like all the different looks that they have. Like, because of the fact that that's the first, like that's becoming more of a thing. Like I saw it with Injustice. I think it's the first time I saw that in a fighting game. I'm like, oh my god, you can control the way they look on a character. Like it's so different. It's almost RPG-ish. You don't see that too much. It's more of a fighting. It's more of an RPG thing. So the fact that they did it with a fighting game and now we're doing it with an action game, like so it's like an action RPG, and I'm like, I love that aspect of it, and like it does. You get to play, and like as much as I love Batman, it's cool to get to play with other characters finally. And like we got a little bit of that in the Arkham games. You know, we did get to play with Nightwing and Robin and Batgirl, but like it was a little different.
And Catwoman too.
And Catwoman.
Yep.
So that was cool.
Joker.
Did we get to play with Joker?
Yeah.
Harley. We definitely got Harley, I believe.
No, we got to play as Joker was one of the DLCs because I remember the Batmobile was completely pimped out to be Joker's. It was all purple with the smiley.
And there is a sequence towards the end of Arkham Knight where you're in Bruce's mind and you're like playing as Joker.
Right.
Yes. I forgot about that. Yes, I blocked that. I'm not playing. But I definitely. Oh my god, lost it. It's gone now.
A bit of it in the Arkham games. Excited to play someone else besides Batman.
I was. I'm very excited for all. Talking about DLC, I can't wait to see if there's ever like new characters in the game, like after the four, like who else they might bring in. That excites me too.
Fingers crossed, it's Batman.
Well, I mean, other than Batman, I mean that'd be cool too. But
I remember saying that the first day this announcement came out, where everyone was like, "Oh man, like Batman's dead, and it's about the kids now." And I'm like, "Yeah, he's not dead. Court of the Owls have him, and he better be a playable character at the end. Yeah, he better be a playable character in DLC. He doesn't have to be part of this storyline. He better be fucking DLC. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm like, if they look this good, I want to see what they do with Batman. Because you said it's not the same people, so I'm like, I want to see."
Yeah, it's the same origins people. But I mean, the story might be a self-contained story because they kill off Batman, so they don't want to connect him to anything.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it being more so DLC. That's kind of like, all right, this is what happened after. Because I feel like by the end of that game, you'll find out Bruce isn't dead. Court of the Owls got him.
I kind of have a feeling the same thing, but I just want to say, other than Batman, I'd like to see what else we might get.
Yeah. One thing though, I am looking forward to them possibly doing, because I know people don't usually do this. The last time I remember someone doing it in a DLC, honestly, was the very first Spider-Man game based off of the movie. Toby's movie, where you could put in a cheat code and you get to play around as the Green Goblin on the glider and everything. That was dope. I would love to play as Talon.
A good time.
I would love to play as Talon in this game. That would be a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? Because usually, like Joel said, I don't want to play as Penguin or Two-Face or Joker. But Talon is one of those conflicted characters that could work either way. That could work as somebody you're telling me has his own agenda to crime, or somebody that is just purely just your bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I would like to explore that. Yeah. Oh man, can we talk about for a second how classic it was playing as Green Goblin? You get to control the glider and everything. Oh,
that was fun. That was fun.
I loved Ultimate Spider-Man, where you're playing as you're playing Spider-Man and Venom, and there's the kid with the red balloon. You always have to go save, or you just keep the kid. It's
that was a cool game too.
Damn, games need to do that more, man. If you have an anti-hero kind of character, let us utilize
more children.
Oh, or that. What else we got?
Pennywise the game.
Oh man, I'm actually really excited about this one. I'm really excited. Boop, boop.
Oh yes.
Oh, sound the board.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
It does. It really
reminds me a lot of Streets of Rage.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a beat 'em up.
It's just new gameplay.
It's an arcade.
Yeah, the arcade, yo. It just gave me so many flashbacks. It looks so much better though.
It looks great. It really
Switch
does.
already told me when it comes out, I'm already getting it.
Yeah, I can't.
I am super excited. I think it's gonna be on Game Pass or something like that. I forgot.
Ooh, I would love to play it on Xbox too.
I know I made a goof, and this is just the gameplay. Let me see if I can find a trailer with more information.
Shit, I could just watch this. I mean, shit.
If it's on Switch, maybe I'll get it on Switch. I don't know.
That's fine.
Would you say, Joel?
If it's on the Switch, I might get it on the Switch.
Oh no, it is on the Switch. I checked it.
Cool.
It's only $22.
No Ice is heartbreaking. You need him on a soundtrack to make it real.
Cool.
Vanilla Ice.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
It is on the Switch. It's like $22.99.
Yeah, and they got like 7 characters in this game. They got.
You can play as Turtles, April, or
April is jacked.
Splinter, and now Casey Jones.
Yeah.
Look how jacked April is.
Shit, bro. The fact that they added April, it shocks me.
I'm glad they added Casey Jones, especially because
I had a feeling he might show up. I was very upset he wasn't in it already, but that was a nice surprise.
Why is her weapon in her hand a microphone? Like, I know why, but that's hilarious. No, I know why, but I just
very on brand.
That's hilarious.
Exactly, it is extremely on brand.
It's like,
man, if I was one of these ninjas, I'd be thinking, man, I'm about to beat the brakes off it. She got a microphone in her hand.
Microphone. She beats her ass with a microphone.
It's gonna be a really fun game to play with friends though, which looks.
Oh man, if we could have a game party together, like stream a game
look
party.
At that. Yeah, this looks so fun, awesome. Yo.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be one of those that'd be really good for that, for sure.
You know what would be the funniest part about us playing it all together, Jayla?
What's up?
Is seeing who the weak link is. Like who keeps dying.
Oh my god, yes, absolutely.
Who we gotta keep bailing out? Like, yo, why do you keep dying? No one else is dying, bro.
I'm telling you, we gotta set it up to where, like, eventually, especially comes out on Switch, we can play Evil Dead.
That looks fun. Too.
Oh, well, no, I told you for Evil Dead, I'll go get it for
Whoop.
Trevon said, hell no.
I can't wait. When's that come out?
Shredder's Revenge?
Week?
No, Black Phone.
Next week.
Is that next week too?
It is next week.
So many movies this month.
You should join the Last Year podcast when we talk about it next.
Oh my god, I'll be saying Lightyear.
I might do that.
I mean,
I'm
scared of that.
Actually, do let me go if you go see that, Joel.
I want to go. Yeah, I'm gonna see Lightyear. I think it's this week.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And maybe next week I'll see if I check out Black Phone.
Very excited about Black Phone, but no, I would love to get a group of us together to play Evil Dead, and I vote to be the demon just to mess with you guys the entire time.
Wait,
beautiful. is it cross-platform?
Yes, cross-platform.
Then yeah, I'll just get it for Xbox. I don't have to wait for it to come out.
The graphics on there are surprisingly good.
They're so good. It's such a pretty game. I was playing it like,
shocked.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll grab it. We just got to talk Trevon into it. We got to talk
Trevon.
What is it? First person?
It's fun. No, it's third person.
No.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's not first person.
I'm a big.
Yeah, I was about to say. No way. I was gonna buy
What
it.
systems is it on?
It's on Xbox, PlayStation, PC.
That's on everything. Okay.
Yeah. Well, not everything. You didn't say Switch. Don't be disrespectful, Trevor.
Oh, it's not on Switch. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Just to be honest, because I like to be honest and I want to be fair for you guys. As Demon, I do have the ability to jump scare you.
Oh, okay.
No, that's cool.
Cool.
It would
You're
only,
right.
as long as you only use it once when I'm playing, I'm fine. If you use it more than once, I'm out.
It's kind of hard.
You get to kill her if she
kind of hard mechanic because, like, if I scare your character enough and I build up your fear enough, that means I can possess you. And then once I possess you, I can use your ammo. I can run around. I can just send you into trouble.
You know what, guys? You know what? I'm gonna just let you guys know when it comes to this game, I am the weakest link.
And you can possess cars. I did that once. I just kept possessing their car and driving it away from them to make it harder.
Possess items? That's interesting.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I tell you what, Jayla, let's try to set this up ASAP. I'll grab the game.
It's exciting.
Yeah, let's try to do this.
Word.
Yeah, Trevon, get it, Trevon.
Trevon. Peer pressure.
Yes, peer pressure at its finest. But no, what else do we got, Jayla? What else?
Yes, there was a game that I was very excited about that I forgot the name of. So just bear with me. You know, some holding.
Do you happen to have Witchfire on your list?
That looks good.
I will put up Witchfire right now while I find another one. Perfect one.
Witchfire looks good.
When you hear new games come out, do you Google the name Witch to see what
it looked cool? And I was like,
no. It's nothing about the game. It's more so of a joke to Trevon because he loved him some witches. So I'm like, how do you just be knowing when all the good witch shit come out?
What's the truth?
You just gotta know, man.
I saw that. I was like, "Ooh, what's that?"
I don't even like first-person games like that, and that looks pretty dope.
It makes me think of like a fantasy Bioshock. If that makes sense.
Think about this, Forspoken, like different things like that.
Forspoken looks good, actually.
Yeah.
Now, what was this stupid game called? I can't think of the name.
Look good. Whatever the fuck is going on there. It's like that.
I thought this was really cool.
It did look cool. I was very impressed. Witchfire. It's just I'm not a big first person guy, but this looks cool.
Really? See,
I can't do first person.
I'm weird about first person. I get this from my dad because the moment he pointed it out to me, I never saw first person the same. I'm cool at first person as long as I look down, I can see my feet. If I can't look down and see my feet, it ruins it for me.
Really?
That's fair. I mean, I never bought into their explanation of why they made first person.
I guess it's to make it more personable. So
no, that's exactly why. Yeah,
right?
I'm not playing. Yeah, I'm not playing a game to be me. I'm me 365.
Yeah.
I want to be the character.
Well, see, the thing is,
very much.
This is. It could be very much VR if they wanted it to.
For me, it's not like first person. It isn't about being you. It's like you being able to be the character easier.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I feel the same when I felt the same when I played Spider-Man and I could see the full body. I thought I was Spider-Man. Shit, his face don't show. So,
I always see the back.
I like a good first person. I like it a lot.
I like
my problem with first person.
You know,
you rather be what?
Like, throw magic and stuff. It looks cool. Like
that's why I like the way this game looks. You can do more than just shoot guns.
No. If it's a first person, I want there to be more to it than just shooting.
Shooting, right? And
that's
what
why
I
I'm
mean,
not big on Call of Duty.
Because it's like scale. I like you put in skins on a first person. I can't see it. Everyone else can see it. And that bothers me.
Yeah,
Right.
I am not a big Call of Duty person for that reason because I just shoot. You're just shooting. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like Bioshock, Borderlands.
The new Borderlands. The damn, what's it called?
Wonderland, right?
Yes, that looks so cool.
Yeah. Redfall looks incredible. I'm very
Redfall looks cool, and again, another game. I'm not a first person guy, but Redfall looks really fun.
It just works out. Man.
It's really fun.
Yeah, I mean that looks cool to me. It's definitely something I'll wait for Trevon to tell me about before I actually get it. But
oh, boo-hoo.
I mean, I'm not a first-person shooter, so I would wait for Trevon to tell me how it played and what the story was, and then I'll join then.
A hard time, don't worry.
No. I'm just saying because again, it looked really cool. It's just first person for me. I think the last first person I was really in love with was GoldenEye. That was it. That was
Really?
the last time I was really in love with the first person.
So,
like Halo, I always appreciated the story more so than necessarily its gameplay. That's why I was so particular on the story for the show. Is because I'm a massive fan of the story. But again, I'm looking at your hand, so I'm like, the visuals and whatnot, to me, it all goes together. Like, I need to see me and everything else. If I'm just seeing everything else, I'm like, well, you could have fucked up how the whole person looked. I'm just seeing the hand.
I could just be naked with gloves on, and
So that's where the leg thing comes in, guys. That's where it comes in. You see down, you see your
you want to see your feet.
I mean, shit, you could, like Joel said, you could put boots on and gloves on. The rest is butt ass naked. We don't know what's going on.
See your pants.
We don't know what's going on.
Important bits are covered up. It's fine. No worries.
But yeah, GoldenEye to me was just truly special.
Really?
It was just
so
truly special.
You haven't played BioShock?
No,
I've never played BioShock.
You've never played BioShock? Okay, first of all, Horror Gaming 101, Joel. BioShock.
Really?
I believe that. The trailers were terrifying.
My cousins have played it. They've told me about it. I've never actually, because again, it's first person, and again, I'm not a big horror video game character, so I was like, wasn't truly drawn to it. So, and it's got a 50s almost, right? It has that old school feel to it.
It makes sense. Why though?
Okay, I'll take it. It has the big drill guy, right? Whatever.
Yeah. With the girl. They were supposed to be making either a show or a movie about BioShock.
They were supposed to make a movie, just never.
Yeah, it never materialized.
Well, now they're doing a Borderlands movie. That's why I bought Borderlands. That's the only first-person game I'm playing right now is Borderlands.
Yeah, I know Andrew. Shout out to Andrew. He swore by Borderlands. Yeah.
Borderlands is great. BioShock, seriously, if you're starting into horror gaming, BioShock. That's one of my first horror games I played and beat by myself.
I think my enjoyment of horror games comes from the idea of us playing these things together, not more so me individually wanting to ever play horror games.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I love Last of Us. I love the Last. I have the Last. Both of them. They're creepy, but not to that level.
Not to those extent.
It's a lot of elements to it.
I would give it a thriller tag before I gave it a horror tag.
And it has some freaky. Those guys more disgusting than scary, or the whatever the fuck they're called in the game. And I love that game.
I wouldn't know how to describe BioShock to someone who hasn't played BioShock because,
you know what you do, Jayla? Just because I think they're cinematic masterpieces. Just show them the trailers. The trailers to me is something that would always bring me in, but then when I would find out it's first person, I'm like, well, that's where you lost me.
It's like, you know what? That's funny you say that because that StarCraft, whatever the fuck it's called, the thing that should just showed at the end of the Xbox presentation.
Starfield.
As soon as I saw that first person, I'm like, what does it matter? What does that look like?
Right. I'm never gonna play you, so that was for nothing.
I never see myself. Why does it matter what I look
for
like?
me, it is. See, this is so funny because for me, me knowing it's in my head, like I already know I have it on. It's enough for me, especially if it's like a multiplayer thing.
If you're playing with other people, then they get to see what you look like. But
yeah, it's a good.
I never get to see what I look like. It's like,
it's just it's a no for me. But this game looks great. Like I said, video games rarely give a bad trailer, right? It's a rarity. It's why usually they tell you the footage you're looking at isn't of the actual fucking game. Because they're trying to just lure you in that way. They spend more money on that.
Yeah, like Midnight Suns.
We'll get to that next. So
I'm looking forward to that game, actually.
Boy, it pissed me off.
I already know what it is, though. You know what it is.
Yeah, when Joel told me what it was, I said, oh, all right, well, I won't be playing it, but okay. I'll definitely check out the cutscene.
The trailer gives you no indication at all.
No,
well, I think the game trailer is supposed to give you an idea on what it's.
They have a lot of reviews out right now. There's a whole bunch of reviews that dropped for the game, and it
shows they know what they're doing though. That was 9 months ago. They know what they're doing.
No. There was new ones. There's a whole bunch of gameplay.
Are the reviews good?
They're not bad.
Is it more 50-50, Joel?
Yeah, because it's something you got to get used to, and it's like
it's an acquired taste. Honestly,
it's an acquired taste, and that's what it is. If you're into if I don't mind, I play fucking Marvel Strike Force on my phone.
Right. Oh yeah, me too.
I have patience. You know what I mean? It's like that, but with cards and shit.
I mean, I mean, honestly, I was a bit disappointed. I won't lie, but I'm not so disappointed or turned off from the idea that I'm not going to give it a chance at all.
Right. Same here. That's why I was like, damn, I wish I could actually be free. But at the same time, there are times like I don't mind just waiting for them to attack. I'm old school. I played Final Fantasy back in the day.
Right.
Something scare me away.
And, you know, I'm kind of interested in seeing what the developers wanted to bring to the table. What is their vision? What do they want to do? And just kind of exploring that.
And they explain it. Because they took from it's XCOM people, and it's like it's the first thing you got to remember. It's not like XCOM. It's similar, but it's very different, and it does its own thing.
Yeah, my only issue is when Joel told me what kind of game it's going to be.
Right.
Right. Once you told me that, that's just again, not that I hate it, not that it's horrible. It's just not for me. Right. I don't do that. Right.
I totally understand though.
Here's my take.
Say it again, Joel.
Like first-person shooters.
Yes, yeah, that's it. Not that it's bad. It's just I don't get it.
Yeah,
it's not my thing. Go ahead, Trevon. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Trevon. I know you're hurt from it. I know you are.
It's just
I'm so sorry.
The characters that are in this is just hurts to see.
I know.
And I'm like, oh, look at the characters, but I can't really play them. I'm moving around like they're little characters on the board, and I'm pushing a card.
It's like a game.
I can't do that with something else. don't do that with these characters.
But you have made it look too good. There's a whole bunch of games you're gonna be able to play.
Avengers, they gave me Captain Marvel, and she's right there.
I mean, look. To be fair, this is probably the craziest conceptual game to make into that, because it's like it's all the obscure characters that you would have loved to have gotten the forefront of. Right, like these are the characters I'm making important, and it's like now you're making it into a strategy game, right? To some, that's that's fine, right? That's really just putting the icing on the cake.
I'm all cool with that, yeah.
But to me, I'm like a game like Marvel's Avengers, characters like that, I would have been fine if you did this with, and then take these characters and make into that game.
Right.
I would have so much preferred that.
I think this is just the beginning of the Midnight Suns run, so.
I agree.
I
fully agree with that.
Good.
Absolutely. I think it's gonna be surprising. I'm ready to see how I like it.
And there's already talk of DLC, like they're the next 4 characters. I'm like, and they haven't even revealed the last character that they're gonna bring in.
Moon Knight.
I'll tell you this then, Joe. Well, they when the guy was talking about it, he said
Midnight Suns.
Yeah, into Midnight Suns. He said Moon Knight.
He said,
but then
there's definitely evidence of Moon Knight being the last.
I'm so hyped. I'm sorry.
My beef with you then, Joel, about this game won't come into fruition until like years down the road when we see if they actually do make a different type of Midnight Suns game. If they do that, then all is fine. But if I never
have to, and I'll be fine. That's why, because like for me, it's fine that they're doing this. If they do more, because I think they will, because I think they'll be in other games.
Testing the water.
I hope so.
Well, yes, to me, this is perfect, right? Because it's like people that love strategy games, these are the perfect characters to utilize, right? And it's low risk, high reward. I get it.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, if this takes off, I want you to make these characters just as important as you just made the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's all I'm saying. As long as you do that.
That's why the Avengers are in the game, or else they wouldn't be in the game.
Yeah. Again, like I said, I'm with you. When you said that, I'm like, I'm with you. As long as that's part of the bigger plan.
And then they just introduced Spider-Man. Like they needed a bigger character to take away from the Midnight Suns. But
yeah, they definitely Harley Quinn this group for sure. They definitely were just like, hey, try out all these new characters, and then it's like, but here's Spider-Man, Wolverine, Iron Man. And we're like,
don't worry, Spider-Man's still here. Everyone's here.
Spider-Man is now cross-platform. Yay.
Of course he's not. He wasn't for Avengers either.
But I mean, the Xbox people could still play with this version of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, they can.
But only it's not a game I want to play. So thank you for that.
That is a personal problem.
Thank you for not putting Spider-Man in the one I could use.
Yeah, we're getting Wolverine. That's PlayStation exclusive, probably.
Yeah.
Not probably. That's a PlayStation exclusive. They showcased that at a PlayStation thing, didn't they?
Well, they showcased a lot of games that are available on.
It is. It's because it's what's it called? What's her name?
The people that made Insomniac.
Yeah, the same people that made Spider-Man doing Wolverine.
And they bought that studio, so
I don't think Wolverine is going to be exclusive solely because Spider-Man is like a Sony property. Wolverine isn't. I don't think they own the gaming rights.
Well,
to
they own
Wolverine.
Insomniac, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but Insomniac, I believe, and I could be totally wrong. I told you guys this is out of my area. I'm just talking more business sense. If I'm the Insomniac and my exclusive partner is Sony, I'm not ever making a game that can go to anybody but my partner. So that would be the biggest question.
It gets hazy.
Because they made Ratchet and Clank too, right?
That's
it gets hazy sometimes.
But Ratchet and Clank, we do know that's an exclusive Sony project.
Yeah,
since
yeah.
Inception, right?
Yeah.
So again, look, I'm not trying to make it to where the Wolverine game isn't for Xbox. I have an Xbox. I would love nothing more than for it to be for Xbox also. But to me, it just seems like weird business.
By the time Wolverine came out, it's not going to come out for your Xbox. So you're going to have to upgrade.
Oh, no. I'm going to upgrade at some point. Like I said, I just want to see first what happens with because me and Jamie were talking before. We feel as though a Switch upgrade is coming.
But
another one?
I don't know if Wolverine.
Yeah, so it'll be drastic. No. I didn't mean for Wolverine, Joel. I just meant
the last upgrade wasn't really an upgrade. You really think about it.
No. Me and Jamie were talking.
Made the screen better. That was it.
It'd be a whole new Switch, so not just like an improvement.
More powerful.
Yes,
like
way more powerful.
Like a new console completely.
Yes, like a new console completely. Because me and Jamie were saying that's where we thought the new Breath of the Wild would come out.
Oh, that'd be
why it was pushed
Super
back.
Switch.
Super Switch, yeah.
Breath of the Wild came out when the Wii U was out.
It'd be so cool to call it that.
Yeah, no, you're right, Jayla. We were just saying we believed it was pushed back because maybe, and again,
I hope not, because motherfucker, I hate getting multiple consoles.
But that's what I'm saying. I put all
Wii
my
U was
love
underrated, by the
into,
way. Just saying.
Which one?
Wii U
was.
Wii U was.
Wii U was.
Yeah, Wii U was. I agree.
I considered it, but I
like
pulled the trigger on the Switch because I just couldn't hold it at this point.
Yeah, I'm really big into Switch right now, so I wouldn't get Xbox or PlayStation if a new Switch system is coming out. I would just continue to go with Switch.
I just need my PS5, man.
Switch needs a bit more love as far as games, though. I
agree.
They've been hurt. I'm
holding out on my first Switch, and I'm anticipating a new one.
Yeah, I'm with you, Trevon. Yeah, I'm with you. I got the Switch Lite, but that was more so of a gift. I didn't buy that.
Okay.
So I'm holding on to that. But yeah. All right. What else we got, Jayla?
I'm excited about this one, folks.
What we got?
I am very excited to show you this one. It is another spooky game. We got a lot of spooky games announced. I'm sorry. Routine.
Yeah, that's a way to start it. Right there.
Oh, there's an ad. Gross. Go away. Thank you. Now, this game's been in development for quite a while, actually.
Oh, so it's finally out of development, huh? Okay. I always like to hear that.
This was basically a re-announcement, more or less.
Gotcha.
I don't know much about it, but it looks fun. I can't wait to play it. This is going to be Xbox, by the way.
Ooh, we get some exclusivity.
Which, if you watched, I don't know how much you saw of the Xbox stream. There's a lot of exclusives they announced. Just back to back to back. A lot of day ones. A lot of
Game Pass. Yeah.
A lot of day one on Game Pass.
Always appreciate.
Was all of it that? I feel like almost all of it was.
Almost all of it is going to be on Game Pass. Yeah.
Yeah. They're making it worth it.
Oh yeah.
That's all you could ever ask for, right?
Yeah.
Redfall is day one Game Pass. New Forza is day one Game Pass. Let's see what else. I took notes because this is insane.
So I feel like PlayStation should have just not did their little whatever they're trying to do to compete with Game Pass.
Game Pass is a deal, man. It's a steal.
Yes, it is, bro. Yes, it is.
We got Diablo. We got Forza.
Yeah, that's Diablo. I'm excited about that game.
Plague's Tale. We got Redfall.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was always into.
Of course, Starfield.
Starfield.
My dad was always into Diablo.
My dad is super excited about Diablo. Probably want to play that with him. He's like super hyped about it. It comes in 2023. Which is super, super exciting. It looks really good. They announced the most recent class, Necromancer, which looks really cool. There'll be 5 classes this round, which looks interesting.
Keep an eye out, Jayla. Didge is coming back.
Okie dokie.
You know what? Seeing that trailer, and I'm gonna pass it to you to intro us into that trailer that you just showed us. But seeing that, a game I would really love. I would love a Stranger, and I know one exists, so hear me out. But I would love a Stranger Things game.
Yeah,
that's more so about a kid is trapped in the upside down, and it's about trying to get out of it, right?
I really thought we were going to get one too. I really thought we were going to get one announced.
Yeah,
I'm surprised actually.
I would really love that. I think to me that would sell me more so than any. And again, I have not played the game that's out, so I could be complete. That could be what that game's about. So if it is, I apologize. But I would, especially seeing Vecna, seeing how I would love it that you're trapped there and you have to figure a way out. To me, that's so much fun. And again, I'm a fan of games like Saw. When Saw was a game, I love that game. And I feel as though it just never got any just due. So Didge, I was talking about really quickly as you joined in. I would love a game about Stranger Things, but you're trapped in the upside down and you gotta get out.
I could hear the last few seconds when I joined the studio, I guess they call it here. That'd be very interesting though. I'd be down for it.
I would love that, especially if you were one of those test subjects that was part of the program. So you had some kind of power.
Right.
You're just not 11 or number 1, right? Like you're just not the coolest ones. But you got something. You could do something. I would really like to play that. But Jayla, so walk us through what we just saw, because Mr. E thinks he's still watching Amazon Workplace videos.
I know this looks very similar to the trailer that we kicked off the stream with, but this is something a bit different. It's called Routine. It was announced a decade ago, and this is finally when we're getting a new trailer for it. It takes place on an abandoned lunar ship or station, and that's about as much as we know right now. There's a lot of creepy things going on. That robot really freaked me out. I'm not sure what corruption's going on. You're trying to hack into various computer systems to get things back up and running. You're trying to get yourself out of there. A lot of different elements are at play. It does look really fun. It looks like a fun time. It looks like it plays well with the isolation in space, which has always been the scariest part of any space setting is the isolation. And this feels like it really plays into that well.
Yeah, I'm willing to give it a chance. That's probably something I'm going to watch the cutscenes for first. And then if the story is really, really, really good, I'll jump into trying to utilize the actual game itself.
Very valid. Absolutely.
Because sometimes I kind of feel like I can't just play it. The story has to be interesting, because it used to piss my dad off all the time. I used to skip the story. I just want to play the game. And as I got older, I'm playing through it and I have no idea what's going on. Right. So it's all right, well, let me watch it. And then when you start watching, you're like, not all of these stories are good stories, Right. So I'm to me, the story needs to be good first. Absolutely. And then from there, I can worry about how the game plays. Because to me, I'm not a stickler. Okay. I'm the mechanics and whatnot. Was it fun? Then it was cool for me. So that's really what I look out for. That honestly, I'm very simple when it comes to gaming. I told you guys, it's not really my field, so I don't really dig into it like I do superhero stuff or movie stuff. I'm just here to have fun. That's really it. And if it could do that, I'm good. Yeah. What else we got, Jayla?
Oh boy. We can talk about The Last of Us Part 1, the remake, or we can go straight into the Xbox showcase, because we pretty much covered.
Let's talk Last of Us, because what we can group in is the fact that they just finished filming also.
Yes.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Oh, they did finish?
Okay. Yeah, they released the first official photo that I'm kind of would have maybe liked to have seen more of the aesthetics of everything else in that first official photo.
Mm-hmm. They announced photos the same day as this too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We could just group it together, because I just looked at a picture of Pedro Pascal. It's squatting.
Yeah. There's a clicker behind them if it's this picture I'm thinking about.
You got it. Pull it up for me, because I missed that. Then I definitely missed that.
I will find it while I put up the trailer. One second.
I was surprised that they didn't have a trailer to showcase also. I thought that was weird.
No, that makes sense. I think this was strictly game.
Yeah, but it's your
game.
Yeah, it's a game
show.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a show, right? Or
Yeah, it's a show.
It's a show. Yeah, it's a show. I know what you meant, Trevon.
Yeah.
I reckon it's got something to do with that girl.
This remake looks like gorgeous, though.
It does.
Sometimes they be making this shit look too real. Like, enough. Like, stop it. Be looking too good out here.
You know.
Oh, can you see it in this picture? Oh no.
I like how like they
is that everything
they do their best to like show reflections and stuff. I think that's always fun when they do that.
Yep,
I was like, okay, you
that,
making sure we showing it.
Maybe I'm crazy. It looks like one.
It may be. It may be. I could have missed it.
It looks like one, but I can't see it right in that picture. Hang on. I want to find a better
I had
picture.
somebody that I cared about, and in this world, that's good for one.
It's when they're like hiding under the table, right?
Yeah.
It definitely looks like
I
one.
can take care of myself.
How many close calls have
My
we
laptop's
had?
gonna explode on me. It's so angry.
I get in trouble down there. You make every shot count.
Oh, I got this.
I tell you right now, HBO, if you do right by this story, you got something that could be as big as Stranger Things for you.
Absolutely.
This could be massive for you if done right, if completely done right. And we have all the reason to believe it will be done right, but woof, man. This is a beloved franchise. It definitely caught me off guard. My dad is, he has PlayStation, so he's playing this. He was playing this religiously. And I'm just like, what is it about? And I'm watching him play, and I'm like, shit, this is really fucking good. Like, this is really, really, really good. Like, wow. So how excited are you? Are you excited for the remake, Didge, or are you kind of like, I played it, I beat it, let's move on?
I have played it and beat it, but you know what? It's something that I go back and replay enough that I do want to play it with the updated graphics. The only thing that's gonna suck is, do I really want to pay $60 again for that?
Right. It's like, are you giving me new story? No, I'm not paying. It should be half off. What?
So I'm hoping. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with their whole new sort of Game Pass equivalent, if they'll throw it onto that. Because if they throw it onto that, I'm downloading it day one. If they don't, then it's like, all right, maybe month 2, month 3, when I'm like, oh man, I'm in a drought of games to play. Especially if God of War doesn't come out this year, and I'm in the midst of crying about that.
No, they announced it. They said October.
No, they still haven't. It's another placeholder date, because that just means it's going to be Q3.
Got you. Okay,
so the rumor is still October, but like I said, they put it onto a placeholder date.
Yeah, I couldn't really see it. That's why I said if it is, I missed it.
Can you tell, or is it just me?
It's super dark. It looks like there's 2 people back there.
I'm trying to look weird at my screen.
I have my brightness all the way up.
It looks like there's something to the left and the right of that pillar.
This one looks just like a jacket or a backpack maybe. This one looks like a clicker.
It could be. That's why
there's
I told you.
some
You could be absolutely right.
I'm gonna go download the picture.
Going over here.
Right, take it and throw it into Photoshop and just
please do. What's going on with this?
Right.
What is this? Someone tell me.
But I do think they had great casting here. I love both of the actors that they brought in for this. I love everybody that they brought in for this. Like I said, this could be massive. This could be 100% massive, but this is what I wanted Assassin's Creed to do. I wanted Assassin's Creed to do.
Oh, someone lightened it. Sick.
Oh, someone did lighten it?
Yeah. I want a mission now.
No, I got you. What I wanted Assassin's Creed to do, and I know it got picked up by Netflix, I wanted them to do multiple seasons, but each season is a different era. So it's not one connected story. It's different. Yeah, that looks more exactly like the clicker. Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, that looks like it for sure. And you're right. That is like a one of those mannequins.
That one isn't though.
No. I mean, the one you were
yeah.
talking about. Yeah, the one you were talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always wanted Assassin's Creed to do that, to where it was, it's not every season is connected, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like one season could be based off Black Flag. One season could be based off of the first one or the second one or Revelations. Just continue to change it up, because that's essentially what the franchise has kind of boiled itself down to. Valhalla is just Valhalla.
Valhalla is wild.
It's not really Assassin's Creed, really.
But I mean,
in the way that
Odyssey,
you really know.
kind of.
Right, exactly. So to me, it's like you have a lot of freedom with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, if you don't hold it down specifically to an exact story plot, you won't get people that need all the nuances of the accuracy. You can kind of just continuously change it up, have fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if they follow an exact storyline, all I'm saying is that's exactly what's his name did. Because a lot of people when they talk about that Assassin's Creed movie, they forget that what's his name that played why can't I think of his name? He was Magneto.
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender. He was very hands-on that movie.
Yeah, terrible.
Very hands-on.
Great.
But that's my point. So it's like sometimes you trying to stick exactly to what you know are the nuances isn't the best way to go.
But it wasn't like it was nothing like any game from Assassin's Creed. That's
100%.
What was that?
But it seemed like it was trying to base itself off of the first two because that's visually what the character looked like was the first two.
Right.
And then it just did nothing of the actual story
took
formula.
place in Spain during like the whatever the fuck. Like
no.
That wasn't the problem. The problem was when they were in modern day.
Oh, the problem was that you kept going back to modern day.
Yeah.
I think that's my main point.
Yeah, too much
if you do an
focus on
Assassin's
modern
Creed
day.
story, I don't need any of the modern.
Yeah, that was.
Well, I could understand them doing because some of those early games did a lot in the modern.
But that's what I'm saying.
did.
To me, that was my least favorite of the
That-
original.
but at
games,
least those
was
were
having to
interesting.
Snap out of it.
Like I was very curious every time I came back to modern day.
I did not like any of the modern day. I
didn't
first
like
Assassin's
any of
Creed when
I'll
they started
take
doing
it
modern
over
day.
whatever the
Will
movie
be the one that I'm just like.
And you know what, Didge? You know what it kept doing? It kept snapping you out right after you did some dope ass shit.
Yep.
You just killed somebody dope, and it's like present day. You have nothing. You're just running with me. What? I don't want that. Like, put me back in, like immediately. That's the one time I agree with Trevon. Don't give me all that extra shit. I'm here for the glitz and glamour.
Watch Trevon like, well, I actually didn't mind the modern day in Assassin's Creed.
Trevon like, I get inside with you.
I haven't played any of those games, so
they're fun ass games.
They are. I like them a lot.
And you know what, Trevon?
Too much
this is the one time I'll use this phrase. I actually wouldn't even tell you to start canonically. I would tell you to just start with Valhalla. Start with Valhalla.
Start with Odyssey.
Oh God!
Start
Valhalla's
with
better than
anything.
Odyssey is definitely better.
If you forget about the
Valhalla,
yes, I enjoyed Odyssey better. Odyssey is still my favorite.
You know what?
I've never played either one.
You know what? It's on Game Pass. I'm gonna download that tonight, and I'm gonna play it because I just beat Valhalla. I'm gonna play Odyssey. I haven't played it in fucking forever. It had a lot of visual problems.
right before I played Valhalla because I beat Odyssey when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it, and then right before Valhalla, I was like, "Well, I'm gonna play it again." Beat it right before I played it, and yeah, Odyssey is the better of the two in mine.
Yeah, you know what? You know what I'll say? I'll say if I had to do a hierarchy, it would go Valhalla, Black Flag, Odyssey.
I hated Black Flag. Oh,
you hated Black Flag.
I love Black Flag.
Black Flag was so good.
Driving the boats.
Out of here.
I love driving the boats, man.
No,
that was
get Black Flag out of here.
Yeah, I love that shit.
No, you're insane. Black Flag was so good.
I do want to say before I'm sorry, not to interrupt. I wanted to mention the Last of Us comparisons.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the comparisons?
I have one loaded up to show you to give an idea of how like the insane upgrade that they gave us here. There we go.
Look at that. Wow. That is a big difference.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah. They like went back and they made different touches to make it more accurate to the original videos.
They said that I think in the thing they were saying that they basically rebuilt the faces.
They gave
they rebuilt the faces.
Flashlight on the top. That's cool. Like I wonder.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel like they're judging me with how good PS5 looks. Like, get the PS5, you broke bitch. And it's like, all right, I will. Jesus.
Which is insane. I remember when the PS3 came out and then the remaster. I'm like, man, PS3 one. I was like, oh, that looks great. Then when the remaster come out, I remember like, bro, you can't get any better than this. And then
they're getting wild with this.
I have Last of Us Remastered because I never played the PS3 version, the regular. I got Last of Us Remastered to play the first one, and now that they're coming out with Last of Us Part 1 for PS, I don't know if I want to buy it again. I remember the story pretty well, but I don't know. It's such a good story. I might do it anyway.
It looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous.
Feel like they are really showing y'all that, look, you guys, we have a PS3, PS4, and PS5. Y'all buy all three of them. Yeah. like it's just so
That's
funny.
My problem was, like, I already have it. Look, it's looking at me from right across the room. I can look at it, but like,
to be fair, if I do buy it, it would be my first time buying it. My brother had bought it before me, so I just had his copy for the last system.
I have one. I'm waiting for 3. That's what I'm waiting for.
We know sometimes just adding certain subtle things can get some. Look, the Batman is on HBO Max, but if you think I wasn't gonna buy that fucking Steelbook, you're out of your fucking mind. Absolutely. So it's like sometimes just adding a few little small things changes the whole landscape. Like, fuck, I'm gonna end up buying this shit again, am I?
I collect them.
Fuck it.
Absolutely.
Like at this point, fuck it. Yeah, I know, Joel. You definitely collect them all. I just more so got it because it's like more Batman shit. Yeah.
I used Marvel and DC movies like fucking Pokemon. I gotta catch them all.
Yeah. since we got Disney Plus and HBO Max and the movies coming out a lot faster, kind of stopped.
It hurts now to buy it because they come out so quickly. And
I love physical, so it gives me great joy.
Right now, it's a collectible thing. I just because I'm so lazy, I only want to get up, put a CD in. It's that bad.
I'll do it. I will only do it if it's Power Rangers.
Especially 4K. If it's out in 4K, I will scoop it.
4K
I do want, if you have a connected universe, what I do want more companies to do, or more studios to do, is when you have like the Marvel universe has been around since 2008, right? I would have liked it, and again, it's hard to plan out that far, so I get it. But I would have liked it if, like, when you open it, there's like a, like a, not a pamphlet or something, but something that when you collect a certain amount, it builds into something. Like, just make it more fun to collect these. No, not that it transforms.
Or it has like it's like the
phase 1,
basically a puzzle.
Yes, essentially a puzzle. Essentially a puzzle. So like if you go from 2008 to whatever year, and Thanos is the big bad of that whole linear saga, all of them build up to be Thanos.
A puzzle
and then
poster.
Your next, right, just something more fun.
You just have to be confident in your
plan. That would be cool.
That's
right. That's what I'm saying. But even if Trevon, if you're going, hey, I only mapped out doing 5 Sonic movies. For those 5 Sonic movies, let it pan out to be Shadow, right? You know what I'm saying? And then if you want to do something beyond that,
I do not want Shadow at the end of my 5 Sonic movies.
Huh? What?
I want Sonic at the end of my fucking 5 Sonic movies.
No. I was saying more so in the vein of, I was saying that the MCU puzzle would be Thanos. So I'm like, well, the equivalent of that of Sonic would be Shadow.
Oh, I know. Still, I don't want Thanos at the end either. Like I want like a collage. If you're gonna give me a poster.
No, but that's my point. It all connects. So it's Thanos here, and then it's like the other saga when that's fully done. It connects into that one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's showcasing like a full. Like the full whole saga.
That's insane.
I would love something like that. I'm just saying, because to me, now that it's coming out on the streaming service, in my opinion, only for me, you got to do more than just the idea of like, I want to collect it. Like, what else am I getting with this that I'm not getting with streaming? You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying.
Now. The experience.
A lot of anime toys, a lot of like anime toys and collectibles do stuff like that. I think for the situation of, because why am I getting the 4th Goku figure? It's like, well, because this one it builds out into Broly if you get all the other pieces.
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
Exactly.
It's like that. The Hasbro figures do that. They give you a piece of a bigger puzzle.
Right.
Which is the big
that's
figure.
what I'm saying. I just need more incentive, because it's like, now you ask me to spend extra money. I don't need to spend because the movie is here. It's literally right here. So that's what I'm saying. Just entice me a little bit more. That's it. I'm not asking for nothing crazy. Just, like a puzzle. A fun puzzle. But all right. Was there anything else that you noticed in this, Jayla?
In the picture or?
No. You were saying the similarities.
I'm sorry. No. Oh, you guys pretty much covered all of it. It looks great. It looks incredible. That you can tell that they definitely put a lot of time and effort into making it look like a completely different game.
Yeah.
Do you think it makes strategic business sense to release the first trailer when this game drops?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, you have to show people what's different, how it looks, the upgrades. It's going to build hype. It's Last of Us. It's a huge IP. People are going to get excited about it. So it's smart.
I tell you what, some of these IPs. Yeah, I think you definitely should. But some of Sony's, before we get into Xbox, Jayla, some of Sony's IPs are so massive, it really strikes me on how much gaming you truly get from PlayStation yearly. And it's like, you would think they would stretch out one massive IP, right? Like, just stretch that out, then drop another one, stretch that out. It's just rapid, and it's like, fuck. Y'all are just like a well-oiled machine. It makes me sick that I'm an Xbox fan.
That's what it seems like. That's what Xbox is trying to do with this Bethesda purchase and everything.
That's a big.
I hope so, Didge. They're
making it work. They're making it work.
This is a great the presentation for Xbox, because I'm not an Xbox person at all, and there were certain games where I was like, that looks good.
We have some that look pretty interesting.
I mean, look. I defend Xbox to the death of me, but there's certain times where like PlayStation will announce something. I'm just like, Xbox, y'all don't do none of that shit. Like,
the one thing I loved about Xbox is all of their presentations today was that they were like, oh, it's also going on PC. And I'm like, well, I have a gaming PC. I'm just going to put it on that. I don't have to buy it. What do you mean?
Xbox is like, but Didge.
I know. I still think I might have been like when the consoles go down and people can start buying them, maybe I'll buy one when I can get one for like $200.
I want a PS5. I want my goddamn PS. I can't find one. I'll pay for it right now.
I'm loving my PlayStation 5.
Huh?
I'm loving my
Joel's like, I will
5.
give you money if you can find one for me.
I can't find one.
But yes, all right. So let's leap into Xbox. Let's see what Xbox got.
This is what I'm excited about. This is where we're getting real fun.
Oh, because this is superiority. Got you. Okay.
You know, you get it. You get it.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Is it superiority?
Yeah, Joel just acknowledged it. He's on our side.
I said it was good, better than most, because you guys suck usually.
Shut your mouth.
This looks good.
This does look good.
I like the last time I saw it.
What does that mean? What is pre-beta? What does that mean?
Done yet.
It's not even in the beta phase.
Okay, I'm sorry. I started off wrong. What does beta mean?
So they're testing it still.
It's almost done. That's what that means.
It's like it's in their alpha test probably.
This isn't even the best it's gonna look yet.
Right.
Yeah.
This is pre-beta, so like this is not even ready for people to play it.
Okay, so I've already signed off on it being a first-person shooter.
Oh yeah, it's a first-person shooter, but it looks good.
Do you not like first-person shooters at all?
I don't either.
Wow.
Xbox really likes it too. That's what bothers me.
Likes it? They fucking wake up and go first person only.
I love first-person shooter.
They're like, you don't even want to try.
The future's now, old man.
What do you mean the future's now? I remember back in my youth, it was all first-person shooters. Like...
They live off of Halo. Like, if it works for Halo and Call of Duty, it works for all of us.
It definitely works for both of those.
It works for this.
That's why SOCOM is my favorite war game, because that wasn't first-person.
Whoa! Get there.
You know the crazy thing? When he walked in the room, I saw it, and I was just like, it's still going to scare me.
They're vampires.
Yeah, they're really creepy looking ones too.
Ooh.
See, I get fucking lost. Like, how the fuck do you aim so well? I can't do it.
That's also my problem, Joel.
Yeah,
auto aim is really hard on first person.
Oh my god! If I had like an actual physical gun I could point and shit, maybe. But
what makes me sad about this is I need them to hurry up and start filming Blade, and B, I want another Van Helsing movie.
That made me want to play with Blade. I'm like, man, I want to play a Blade game.
Yeah, where's a Blade game?
Straight out of a postcard. A picturesque island off the coast.
I'm stoked. I love vampires. The main character is really cool. Her name's Layla, so I can kind of relate to her.
Oh, so Layla and Jayla.
Yeah. You get it.
So when you play this, Jayla, you're just like, there's no L. It's a J.
Yeah, exactly. The multiplayer seems like it flows well with each other. You can really use your different abilities with your different teammates, which I like that a lot too.
I like that there's differences between all the characters.
Yeah.
Trevon, how do you feel about vampires?
Love them.
You love vampires too?
Yeah.
I'm a bigger werewolf guy myself.
Vampires are a classic.
I'm all into werewolves, vampires, witches, all that.
Unfortunately, the only advantage vampires have is that I've yet to see a werewolf as cool as Blade. So it's like, that's the only
Also, vampires have to deal with their entire body transforming.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, that's gotta be painful.
My favorite looking werewolf is the one from Van Helsing. That shit, that looks
I do love Van Helsing.
Hybrids are very cool as well, like on the originals.
There she is.
That's Jayla?
Yeah, that's my girl.
Her
That's
and
one
her
of
main color is purple. too.
telekinetic, right?
Yeah, she's telekinetic, create constructs and shit. She does hard light like fucking Ms. Marvel.
Ooh, I love me some silencers.
Man. I'm telling you, when this game comes out, I'm gonna be.
Redfall, right? That's what this.
Yes.
I like the first trailer draft for Redfall. That was cool to me.
That was
coming
sick.
out for PC too, so I can just.
They all come out for PC, man. It's Microsoft.
Please be cross-platform.
Yeah, Microsoft do be. Sometimes they be like, all right, PC. They're like, Xbox? No. PC.
They give love to both. They give love to both. They have the PC Game Pass.
Yeah, no, there's a couple games that are like PC only.
Yeah, there was.
Wow,
that's because
I didn't know they did that.
PC serious, yo.
I thought the point of making the Xbox Series X was, you know, that you gotta handle those type of games.
At its heart.
Again, at the end of the day, I was about to say, Microsoft need to be looking at it like, we're internet.
Right, at its heart,
I guess
Microsoft
that's
looks at it
true.
like we are computers.
That's true.
Right. I mean, look, Sony does a lot of what? Audio work, right? Like, that's a lot of their good bread and butter. If I ever played a fucking PlayStation game where I couldn't hear some shit, there'd be a big problem. Like, that's usually your bread and butter. So I can see Microsoft just like, let's give PC some more love.
It works. I mean, the money's there.
Right.
People love gaming.
I mean, Game Pass Ultimate gives you access to all of it, so I guess it works.
And to be fair,
You know.
gaming allows you to do, allows you to do a lot of different, like whenever you see the Grand Theft Auto, like when people, like
the mods,
change the, when they do the mods of like the Flash and Batman and Luke Skywalker, you can't do that shit on anywhere else but
That's
PC.
fine. PC, yeah, you can do all the cool mods and shit.
Yeah. I saw a motherfucker as Goku in Grand Theft Auto when I was playing online. I said, what the fuck is this?
I haven't played GTA Online in a long time.
Scared the hell out of me. This motherfucker was using spirit bombs. I'm like,
I logged into Grand Theft Auto Online once a month to get the free money, and then I log right back out. Like I'm gonna do something with it because I never play it, but I just stack up the money.
Yo, the only other thing I've ever seen that's pointless is money for NBA, because I'm like, I don't do the My Players. So I'm like, I collect all these coins, and I'm like, I do nothing with them.
Oh my god, the My
They do even
Player.
less, so imagine.
Yeah. No, that looks great. That was a great showcase for that, Jayla. I love the look of it. Like I said, it's just, and you know what? It always happens with me. It always takes one thing to sway me drastically. So I'm like, all it takes is one first-person shooter to just now, I live by first-person shooters. I just haven't come across that game yet. But I'm sure one will do it at some point.
That's fair.
Because it's not like I hate it. It's just not my thing, right? If you ask me to choose, I'm not going first-person shooter. But I don't hate it.
Right.
So, like,
I still think GoldenEye is one of the greatest games of all time. So I don't hate it. It's just not what I'm running to.
It's not
Okay, so it wouldn't stop you from buying a game.
No, if I, like, let's say, Didge, you bought that game, right? You bought that game. I sat down with you, and you're like, Jawan, try it. And I played it. I don't have hate for it to where I'm like, no, get this fucking thing out of my hand. No, I'd be open to it. It would just have to be so fucking well done that it swayed me completely.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And play
I'm very open to it.
and have the ability to play alone. Because I like to play alone a lot.
Yes. I prefer to play alone. So for me, it has to be. It has to be because remember we were talking about Halo. A lot of what makes Halo special is playing with people, right? Shit, Call of Duty now only makes games. It seems like exclusively to play with people. Yeah. So it's like to me, your first-person shooter has to be good to where I'm like, all right, I don't have to go over anyone's house, or online, just myself, and it's that good. So I'm with you. I'm with you there.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Understandable.
Yeah, I'm with you there. But yeah, there's no hate, no ill will, nothing bad to say about it. It's just not my.
I own Call of Duty 1.
Yeah, I never got into
Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 1.
I only ever played SOCOM.
I like the zombies. That's.
Tell you what,
when they do their zombies ones, I'm in.
You know where SOCOM was ahead of its curve? Really quick, Jayla, I'm gonna go right to you.
Oh,
SOCOM was ahead of its curve because you could put a headset on and instruct your characters. So not instruct people online, instruct your said characters. So like you could go shoot or go do that. Like that shit was so much fucking fun. And then Call of Duty dropped, and the world was just like, SOCOM what? Like
I used to like the Rainbow Six games, but the older ones, like where you can control what people were doing. Like that shit was cool.
That's classic. Yeah. Shit. I fucking go back to Rainbow Six. Joel then got me down a rabbit hole now. But go ahead, Jayla. What were you saying?
I was looking over like all the stuff that's been announced this past week and these past few days, and there's like so many incredible things down the pipeline as far as gaming comes out. As far as gaming goes, I'm still a bit amazed at all the stuff that's like we haven't even like gotten close to touching yet. Right. It's a really good year. It's amping up for the next year from here on to 2023. Has a lot of stuff that's looking.
And there's stuff they haven't shown us yet.
That's why I was telling Trevon. I know it seems like a long wait between now and 2023, but what I take, I guess, a lot of solace in is when we get to 2023, what I don't ever have to worry about is it's been so much time since I've had a good game.
Yeah,
it seems like we're gonna get hit over the head with constant.
It's gonna be a lot.
Good games.
I'm not gonna be able to catch up, and I'm gonna be then 2 years behind. it's gonna happen.
I will be in 2026. Like, yo, that last Pokemon, they're like, oh, last year? No. 2023's Pokemon. Like, I'm still working on that.
Still working on that.
They drop this shit every quarter, so it's like it's hard to really.
It's like Assassin's Creed. Like, stop it. Let me catch up.
At least with that, they're going back to like one every few years, right?
Yeah.
Because they haven't had one since Valhalla.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking about Pokemon. Pokemon just came out this year. Are you crazy?
Yeah, that came out this year, and they got a new one coming out and a newer one coming out. So it's like, hey, y'all gotta relax.
They got one. So they got what is it?
Arceus.
Legends Arceus just came out.
That just came out like a couple months ago.
Violet and is it? I forgot. Is it?
It's Violet and whatever. But yes, that one comes out.
That one comes out
fourth quarter.
Yeah,
fourth quarter, and then I think they got a January, February one.
Really?
Yeah. So the next one that they have coming out is the next one that they have coming out, and I could be wrong. So please, someone, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
I'm looking.
What I thought the next one is more so like the the older ones, and then the one after that is more like the one that came out a few months ago.
So it's Legends Arceus is the one, and then Scarlet and Violet is the basically the dual ones.
Yes.
And I don't see any after that.
I thought there was another one after that.
There will be. Let's just give it time.
There'll be plenty. Don't worry.
That's fair.
Don't wait up for it. It'll be.
We'll get right to January, and they're like, "Hey, would you like Pokemon 9, 10, and 11?" And it's like, "Bitch, I just got the last two. What do you mean you made me? How are you making these so fast?"
Yeah.
Just churning them out.
Turned me off because I wanted to get a Pokemon.
Cranking them out. Cranking them out.
I'm like, I can't.
But you know what? To be fair, let's cut them some slack. Since Let's Go Pikachu, in my opinion, they have not missed. They have not missed.
They've been good. There's just been too many.
Arceus is really fun.
Let them marinate.
That was my favorite of all of them. But to me, I do give the slight edge to Let's Go Pikachu because you could literally ride on Charizard. Why they stopped that mechanic, I'll never understand.
You can do it on Arceus, can't you? Ride
Yeah.
No. I mean, like, you're talking about riding specific Pokemon. I'm talking about any Pokemon. Like, if you throw out a Snorlax, you could jump on him, and he's walking the town, and you're on your Snorlax. It doesn't have to be a specific type of Pokemon. Like, when I call
you Pikachu, I'm assuming.
Oh, of course not. It's not rideable. Like, no, I mean size-wise. I mean, in Arceus, it's like 4 Pokemon. That's it. I'm saying in Let's Go Pikachu, it's so many.
It's special ones, like special ones. You can ride.
I'm like even the old Pokemon, as long as you had a fucking water Pokemon, you could surf that motherfucker.
Right.
There's one you can surf. There's one you can,
Yeah, but like this one, what I'm saying is the difference between Let's Go Pikachu
is, go, Squirtle.
Like you catch like a Zapdos, a Mewtwo, you can jump on them and just, they're walking around, flying around, floating around.
I don't know if that's safe. Zapdos?
None of that shit was safe. I don't want to ride a Mewtwo either.
I don't know if Zapdos or Moltres are. No,
yeah.
Zapdos, his wings look spiky.
Articuno?
Articuno might be the safest of the three. Like, Moltres is on fire, literally.
It's pretty cold in the sky. Imagine with an Articuno.
They do also need to bring back some of those legend Pokemons for these newer games. Like, I want to play as Entei. Like, I want Entei. I miss Entei. Fucking love Entei. There's no more Entei. It's gone. The last time they did it, time they did it.
When they did the
that's
remake,
my point.
what was it? Brilliant Gold and
yeah,
Soul
like
Silver?
I miss Lugia, Ho-Ho. I miss all this. And you can't utilize any of them. It's like, what the fuck, Pokemon? Stop coming out with these new ones that are just a fucking sword and shield. What are we doing here?
What they need to remake is the Pokken Tournament one. That one was great. Or Pokemon Stadium. Just bring that back.
Pokken Tournament? That one?
Yeah, that one.
You know what?
Whatever. Yes, that one was great.
You know what, Didge? No one ever talks about this. You know what truly made Pokemon Stadium great? Was that you could put in your game, your
Game Boy into
it, and then use your Pokemon from there in Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah,
that's what truly made it special.
But that's because at the time, that's because a lot of Pokemon was just on handheld.
Right.
You know, so it was very new.
There was nothing better, Joel. There was nothing better than when you play your friend and they're like, "Bitch, my Charizard's about to whoop your ass," and you're like, "Oh, you're Charizard." No problem. Check out my Mewtwo, bitch. Yeah. It's like, how did you get Mewtwo?
My cousin used to like steroids because if you use enough, swear to God, you use enough of those like those treats or whatever. Yeah, you could stat boost all the motherfuckers.
Yes,
and
you
can't
can.
even touch them.
Yep. And I do miss
eating you, son of a bitch.
I do miss linking the cables to make trades. I fucking miss that. Oh man,
I don't miss cables for shit.
I miss that so much. But Jayla, what else we got?
I am pulling it up now. Just give me 1 second.
No problem. So I do want to ask you guys while Jayla pulls that up. What was one game that wasn't announced that you were really hoping would get announced? Didge, I assume I know what yours is, but I'll go to you first.
Yeah, it's easily God of War Ragnarok. I need a confirmation of a date. I need something. Last thing we've heard anything was last September, and I've replayed God of War twice since then because each time it'll be like right before the rumor come back, and I'm like, all right, let me refresh myself, and then I just get hooked on playing. So, and then when they said that it was rumored to be coming for September, I was like, well, I'm just gonna play a couple, just play a little bit, and got hooked again. But yeah, I need something with that. Like, if it gets pushed to 2023, I might cry.
Discipline. Yeah, I mean, it depends. If I have my PS5 by then, I will not be. I'll be upset. But if not, then fuck it. Leave it till 2023.
See now, but when I said that, y'all like, what?
No,
I told you.
I agree with you. It depends. Like, yeah. But I want it now. If I can get it right now, I will go get it right now. I just can't get it right now.
That's fair. Trevon, because I don't want to steal it from you, because I think we have the same one. I'll go to you first. What's the one that wasn't announced that you were really hoping you get some kind of announcement for?
I don't know. It's like a group of games that I just want to know more about, which I probably won't get the games anytime soon, so I guess it's fine. But that little tease we got a Wonder Woman, the tease we got a Wolverine, the tease we got a Spider-Man 2.
That's me right there.
Like, I wanted something from them. I was like,
anything.
At least something. Like, just give me a little bit more than a little scene we got a Wolverine, like, or the Wonder Woman symbol or whatever. Like, give me a little more than that.
I'm really curious. I won't speak on Wonder Woman, but I'm really curious because it was made to believe that out of the three of them, Spider-Man was the furthest along.
And I'm not gonna lie, after seeing how fast they got Miles Morales out, it made me feel like how fast can they do? Well, it's not because
it was like a partial game.
It was definitely Miles Morales definitely was like a expanded DLC.
Yeah, that's what.
But I feel like they can still build off of that. Like, it's not like
true.
They will
after they remastered it. Like, they got
also, and correct me if I'm wrong. Miles couldn't go as far into the city as much as Peter could.
You're correct.
Yeah, I believe it was just hard.
So what Joel and Didge are saying is what they're saying is they essentially made Miles Morales as a DLC, but just instead of connecting it to the Spider-Man game, made it its own thing.
Right.
So it's essentially just one long ass DLC. Yeah. But now this is a game, and again, they're talking about in this new Spider-Man game, you could play as two players. Right? So it's like it's a whole bunch of shit that goes into
and they're including
so it's not a quick turnaround.
Whole new story.
Right. I assume they're gonna do more with Norman Osborn, maybe.
Yeah, might need to get new tech and shit.
Harry,
right?
what's
Harry,
about him?
right.
There's a lot of shit.
So it's a lot in that, but I feel as though we'll get something about that before the year is over. The Wolverine and Wonder Woman is what I assume would be Q3 of next year.
Yeah,
right. Of next year. So that's why I'm like not hearing anything. I'll give it because Q3 is so fucking far away. But if it's like Q2 and I don't hear anything by like October, November, then yes, I'm with you. I start to get a little nervous. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, they tease the thing. I know what he's feeling though, because they teased it, and you're like, well, that means if you tease me something now, you gotta have a little bit more to show me.
6 months, 9 months later, like you got nothing
100%.
else.
I get it. I get the feeling because I'm like, fuck, where's my Wolverine and the Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
It's Hogwarts for me. Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
We still got a full ass trailer for that one.
Just
right.
Oh no, I'm not comparing it. I'm just saying for me, the one that I was looking to hear something more about, whether it's an actual definitive release date, something was definitely because that's the one that I'm like, I'm gonna sound a little bit like Trevon, but free roam and magic. Bitch, there's no limit to the crazy shit I'm about to get into.
Mine was a pipe dream, honestly.
For me, I want to know how it's played. Like, like all the spells they showed and stuff. I was like, well, how do you make that spell happen? That's
they kind of
show
them quickly using it, but they didn't really show the breakdown of what you had to do to
right. And I was like,
wonder
how
if
does
it's going to
it
be
work?
like one of the analog sticks, like you gotta twist your analog stick correctly.
Yeah, because even Grand Theft Auto got annoying. You had to hold the button down just to bring up your weapons wheel, and then like select it, and it's like, bitch. By the time I do that, the cops are shooting me.
You probably
there just has to be a quicker way.
There's probably going to be a list, and you can hotkey certain ones, and then like, all right, the triangle does this.
Yeah,
circle does this.
I can't
and move spells in and out.
Yeah, and I honestly cannot help but think about the Hogwarts game if it does come to Switch. Please let me take the controller. I'm saying, please let me take the controllers off and let me do the damn spell.
Well, let me tell you why I think you can. Let me tell you why I think you can. They just re-released. They re-released Force Unleashed, and essentially because you could do it in Wii, so it's not a drastic they did it special. But you could do that for Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
So if you have the original Switch, you could take the Joy-Cons off and do this like you're using a lightsaber. So I find it hard to believe that Hogwarts Legacy wouldn't do that, because it's like, when you want me to get
or VR, go for it. Or
VR, I would have to imagine, yeah, for sure. But Jayla, you said yours is a pipe dream. What's yours?
I want it more Fable.
Okay.
Yeah, I was expecting Fable, honestly, for some reason.
I know it's gonna be a while. We got that one announcement, and I know it's gonna be a while before we hear anything else. But I want it more Fable. But here we are once again. No information. Heartbreak, pain, suffering.
That would have been an interesting one.
I would have lost my mind. Genuinely, I would have been hyped. Gone crazy. But it's okay. I can wait longer. It's fine. I'm not bitter.
I mean, look, I know we've heard nothing to lead me to believe that there would be one. I do want another. I want 2 new ones of this. I want another Smash Bros. And I do want another Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I want more. I want to have to stop playing one.
Said that we just got one.
We just got a Smash Bros.
Marvel Alliance. Smash Brothers and Marvel Alliance came out so long ago.
Somebody said that. Who was that earlier? I swear it was you who said that.
It was you that said about Marvel Alliance, though.
That we just got Marvel Alliance?
Yeah, you said that.
You did say that earlier.
No. If you're talking about when I was telling Trayvon about, you talking about when we were talking about Midnight Suns?
No, I wasn't here for
someone in the comments was like, "Oh, Marvel Alliance, we got Marvel Alliance." Like, oh, we just got one.
Yeah, you did.
The problem with Marvel Alliance, though, they had all those DLCs to it. Like,
they did add a lot of
DLCs. You can't. I don't know what else they could.
And it was Switch exclusive.
Yeah, it was.
I had no problem.
I'm not gonna complain if we got another Marvel Alliance.
I had no problem with that.
I'm not complaining about it. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going crazy. I'm like,
you're right.
I'm trying to see the context of what they were saying. Oh no. So so now I see the context. So Mr. E said bring back Marvel Ultimate Alliance. And the context of what I was saying is we just got what you saying bring back. I'm like, it didn't go nowhere. They did just bring it back.
Now,
okay.
That's what I'm saying. I want a sequel to it.
What would it be in it though?
Well, a bunch of new characters you can bring in.
Yeah, there's so many characters.
Well, you just said a whole bunch from
Literally
Midnight Suns. Bring them in.
I mean, then they give us, you know,
and again,
X-Men.
Trevon, again, one of the biggest things for me in Marvel Ultimate Alliance is usually the story. It's usually what always captures me. I want an expanded story, right? See where you go from there. And now everybody that was DLC should now be regular, and now you're expanding it to other people. Now, who that is, whoever you want it to be. The Marvel universe is very big, right? So there's you're not really missing out, right? Like, it's not like, oh, you done got everybody big. Well, then give me the smaller characters for DLC. You know, if you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Valkyrie. I would like to play as Valkyrie.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying? Valkyrie would be cool.
You know, also give me some diversity in some of that moveset. Some of those characters do the same move.
Yes,
So,
yes. I'm 100%
switch it up
with
a
you
little
there. Yep. So to me, you know, and what Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 utilize a little bit more than this newer one did. I want a little bit more villains. I want a little bit more villains. Yeah.
You know what I loved about the original ones? I loved how, like, if you made the team like a real a team from the comics in the game, it will recognize that. Yeah, that was so much fun.
But that's what I'm saying. If you expand your roster, you could really do different kinds of teams.
Did they not do that on the third one? Because I don't have.
No, the third one does it. The third one does it. Yeah, the third one does it. Third one does it. You had your Web Warriors, you had X-Men, you had Fantastic Four, you had Avengers.
All the Web Warriors. I mean, there's some characters you could just take out and include new ones now.
Spider-Gwen, you definitely
like that was unnecessary.
Spider-Gwen, you could take out for sure. Miles, Peter, and Venom are too massive. So I'm like, if one of them has to go, it should be Spider-Gwen and just rotate another one of the Web Warriors.
I don't like the Spider-Gwen slander.
No, there's none for her. But you try telling your fan base there's either no Peter or no Miles, and you see what they say to that.
Whatever.
Yeah, no.
I did find it, by the way.
You did find it?
I did find it.
Okay, cool. So lead us right into it, Jayla.
Alrighty. Took me a second to find because, you know, brain, but I just want to speak for itself.
Oh, I thought this shit was an hour. I was about to say, what the fuck?
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
I'm
so excited for this.
I'm looking for the other one that looks Team Ninja.
What is
that one looks great too.
Bethesda?
Naraka, that's what's called.
Oh, no. Oh, that was the event. Sorry.
This looks interesting.
It's Battle Royale.
It looks open too.
It looks Battle Royale.
It's a Battle Royale. I
okay.
It's very open. It's open. Like it looks like there's a lot of people aren't gonna play this. Like
I think it's 60 players per match.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
A little too much for me.
Man, Joel, I'm about to beat your ass in this game.
It literally looks like an anime. Like when I was watching this earlier, I was like, it feels like an anime. Watching.
I was losing my mind. This is gonna be really fun.
That's cool. I would like to know the characters.
Cross-platform too.
Yeah.
New campaign mode. Naraka.
It definitely seems like a good change of pace. Include Game Pass at launch next month.
Guess who has Game Pass?
This month, baby.
I don't have Xbox.
June 23rd.
It's supposed to eventually come out for PlayStation.
You don't need Xbox for Game Pass.
Yeah, it's only exclusive at launch for Xbox.
Yeah.
Then
I don't know how long the window is, but I saw it when I had originally saw it. I saw it in the PlayStation Store already. Like hey, you can pre-download this, but it didn't have a date.
Okay. That looks beautiful. But to Joel's point of wanting to know the characters, more video games when a launch is a ways away, I think you should do like character breakdowns, like drop character breakdowns on your social media, just so we can know, like, because I hate playing a game where I don't know the character, and now it's just, and you're telling me I can choose from so many. Well, now I got to go just off the look, right? Like, okay, he looks cool, I'll use him, or she looks cool, I'll use her. let me know who they are, specifically the power sets, what their moves are, and I'm like, yeah, I'll start off with this guy. You know, that's what I think helps with a lot of those bigger name IPs. Like, no one ever goes into Mortal Kombat like, I don't even know who I want to play as. You usually have known since '92 who you wanted to play as in Mortal Kombat. So I'm like, that's easy, you know. So to me, it's all about adding in newer faces, but you got your core. So for a lot of these fighter games, build your core, and then if you want to add in a billion more new faces, do you. But let me get to know these core first, which is really hard to do when you're opening the game with 65 fucking playable characters. Yeah. It's like, well, I'll have a group of people I want to play as.
We have 2 more to go over, by the way, folks. We're almost there.
All right. Just 2 more game announcements before we're out of here. So Joel, I'll start off with you. What?
Did we talk about Diablo yet? Were we going to talk about Diablo?
3 more. I almost talked about Diablo. 3 more.
I assume Diablo was one of the ones. Okay, so 3 more.
There was nothing that excited me more. Nothing.
Yeah.
So Joel, walk me through your thoughts on this game trailer.
For this Naraka one?
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Yeah, but you know, it's funny because it does have nice graphics. And it plays very fantastical, and I like that. But you could also tell that it's kind of like an open world type of multiplayer. Like there's a lot of people. Like, you can tell it's structured that way, which is interesting. But if it's really that many characters, it's gonna be very hard to like get a grip on who you wanna play with. But it does look really cool. It's like the second like Chinese looking action type of game that we saw today.
One. Oh, what about that monkey one?
The monkey one, the Wulong one, that looks really cool. Yeah, but they haven't shown that. I'm waiting for Black Myth. Wulong.
Yes,
that shit looks really good.
I need more information on that.
They didn't show that today, but that game shows up every couple months with a new trailer. Like, where are you?
It's at 2023, so
it says so. Hopefully,
we'll hold them to it. Didge, what were your thoughts on this game?
Oh, I already downloaded it for my PC. It's because it's available now for PC. So I already. When I watched it, because I had nothing about it, and when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, it's available now for PC." Download. I haven't played it yet, but I'll be playing that later.
I feel you. When I saw Force Unleashed was available, and download now. But Trevon, what were your thoughts?
Oh, I think it looks crazy. Looks like it'll be a lot of fun to play. The characters look awesome. I'll try it. It out. It looks pretty cool.
It could be a fun game night. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Jayla, what are your thoughts?
I'm excited for a new kind of battle royale. I'm gonna, they're changing it up, and I appreciate that. I'm definitely into it, and I'm going to try it. It looks like it's more melee combat heavy, which is like the kind of stuff I'm into. So I'm pretty stoked to see more of it.
Yeah. All right. What we got next?
Alrighty. Didge, this one's for you. I almost exited the whole thing and ended the stream by accident. That would have been bad.
Dark Descent.
But we're fine.
Sergeant Leo Alvarez of the CM Leth Recon Squad. Our mission was to enter the Tantalus base, locate the comsat.
I'm so excited.
Bring it back online.
I know.
We found the relay, but there was a problem.
Like that transition.
Yeah.
Nice transition.
Yeah.
It was slick.
I like that I didn't know what it was until they
make it. Yeah.
Oh.
I remember watching it like, oh, is it going to be? I think
it's a nice slow build to it.
Yeah.
So it's Prometheus, right?
Party hard.
Yeah, technically.
Party hard. All
right.
You want to be
this ain't good.
I'm gonna mute you.
What we found was a new kind of evil.
I don't see any Microsoft Center in here.
A new kind of evil. What's that?
So this isn't a sequel to Isolation, is it?
I don't think so, but I also don't know for sure.
Retreat! What we're doing?
Willis! Open fire!
Like I said, this was the weekend for sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
It really was.
Xenomorph.
Yeah, Xenomorph. You got.
This is This is cool, but I want some gameplay. I think I'm like.
Oh no, they show it at the end very quickly.
Okay.
Oh, they do. They do.
Very quickly.
For reasons, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one thing that scared me. I was like,
I'm still interested though. You know.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
The gameplay, we'll see. It's aliens. I love aliens. Great IP.
When they got a show coming out too?
And someone
yes.
On Hulu?
Yes. There's a. We're also getting the Predator movie coming out on Hulu, which shouldn't be.
Which looks great.
That's gonna be fucking. I need a video game off that shit. That's what I need a video game off.
Are they going to show the?
Serious?
There it is. Okay. It looks like XCOM.
It does. It does.
Womp womp. Can't win them all.
That's the thing that scares me, but it's like.
Great story though.
I hate it when we get like these great, like crazy looking trailers, and then they show the gameplay, and it's like, oh,
I see what you're trying to do.
It's like, so you failed there. That's where you failed.
Well,
gotcha.
it's a choice because obviously you made a choice when you said I'm not doing first person.
Yeah, they still haven't done a truly scary alien game, and it's so easy that you could do. I feel like they haven't done that yet.
That in first person should be fucking scary, right? Because like
that's what I'm saying. They haven't done a truly scary
some of these
one
other
yet.
games are doing it. Why aren't they just like borrowing? Like, look.
Well, maybe that's because everybody does. So it's like
maybe they do it better.
I can think about just right now, like picture you're running through the ship, and like one of the xenomorphs pops out of somebody's chest, jumping at you, and you got to shoot.
Or you go into the room and you just see the egg open because now it's a room. You run into a room. It's face huggers.
Run.
Yeah.
You know, because at its purest, Alien should be a stealth shooter at its purest.
Yeah.
Right. There should be a lot of that game where you're sleuthing around, right? Where it's like you can't get detected. You hit something, it makes noise. They come at you. Now you gotta, get them away or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, what you're saying, Joel, is very true. The IP gives you literally everything it possibly can to make the best game.
It's not going to be the most beautiful.
Was it Isolation? That was really good. There was one that was pretty scary.
Isolation, was that first
Isolation? Oh, I can't remember.
Usually Alien.
Was it Fireteam Elite?
No. I think it was Isolation.
Aliens.
I might have to go back and replay that.
Could you physically stab them? Because I don't know if that would work.
I don't know if I'd want to get close enough to try it. What the fuck?
I was gonna say maybe you can't, but like you say, they got acid.
Yeah, acid blood. So it's like
what would happen if you cut off?
That's why I got so confused. I'm like, y'all are massive Alien fans. Talk about can I stab him? You want to get that close?
I think that's bow and arrows.
Let's come close to you. What are you gonna do?
You might have to
shoot the motherfucker. I'm gonna shoot him.
You want archery when it comes to these kind of things. It's quieter than a gun.
Yes.
It's stabby with a knife. But it's from distance, so boom.
Only bad thing about what you're saying is Jayla, it's a motherfucker when you run out of them arrows.
Just imagine you doing this. Oh crap! And it's not
in the ship.
You can run out of bullets.
Well, no, but at least with a gun, I can hit you with the bottom of my gun. You try hitting somebody with
hitting
one of those
tip
things
of your bow to like make it a knife,
like a blade.
Yeah,
if I got the time to do it.
Well, then you're just not prepared, and it's your fault.
Oh, if I ever ran into an alien ship, best believe it. The one thing I am not is prepared.
So it's not your fault. It's not my fault.
Ultimate preparation. Ultimate preparation. I wouldn't have even been close to these things.
It was Isolation. That was the one where you had to have the motion tracker.
Yeah.
Right. It was. Yeah, because it was so dark. You got to be able to find these aliens, so you need the motion tracker.
So that game is just pure darkness.
That game was the closest to being terrifying, for sure.
That was a good game. But yeah, I want them to make a game based off Prey. Do that ASAP. Fucking do that immediately. I don't even need to see
I would not against it. I love that trailer looks awesome. So.
And I would love Prey to have Assassin's Creed mechanics.
Ooh.
To have the mechanics for Assassin's Creed. But it's in that whole time frame, obviously, right? Where you're just a hunter. You know, you're a hunter being hunted. Bow and arrow, tomahawks, all kinds of shit like that.
Like
that game would... Say it again?
I like that game. Like Connor from
Oh, from
Assassin's Creed 3.
3.
Oh, yes. I thought you were saying there was a game named Connor. I'm like, nah, I missed that.
No.
I didn't.
Like
I'm
Trayvon
like,
is drawn to witches. I'm drawn to archery in video games.
There you go.
Tomb
I
Raider
love
games?
archery in video games.
Oh my god.
I do. I really do.
Constantly. Forget the guns. Give me the bow and arrow.
Yeah,
You know what?
You know
what I
game is
utilize?
awesome.
I utilize bow and arrow a lot more than regular guns in Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I use it a lot more in Last of Us than I use regular guns.
Even D&D. We have one character that uses a shotgun all the time, but I always have my bow and arrow.
Yeah, I'll go bow and arrow. Yeah, I'll go bow and arrow. It's just against xenomorphs is where I was afraid of a bow and arrow.
I can find a weakness.
Yeah, but in anything else,
study the xenomorph to see what works, obviously.
At least you can figure it out from a
study.
But that's how you find out. That's how you figure it out.
I shot him yesterday. He didn't die. Almost killed me though. So
I mean, whatever's left on the ground, don't touch.
Find his weakness. That's the cure. That's the clue.
Yeah. I was about to say, ain't no damn cure.
It's the cure to dying.
Yeah, no, that is true. But yeah, Prey, I can't wait for it. Make a game based off Prey. But what else we got, Jayla?
Okay, so I was debating to do this one or Diablo first, but I feel like Diablo would be a good note to end on.
Yeah.
So I want to pop up one that's a bit different. It's a bit out there. But let's just go for it, shall we? There is so much to go through. It's been really hard to pick which one to display.
Skull. Unreal Engine. That's already a good start. Love me some Unreal Engine.
This one looks insane.
It does.
Genuinely insane, like Cronenberg insane.
So it sounds like Joel will be buying an Xbox. I got it. Understood.
For that?
Yeah, I got scared for a second. I just rewatched The Boys. So I didn't know what that was.
I almost showed the new Rick and Morty creators have a game coming out.
That looks fun. That looks fun, the Rick and Morty one.
Yeah.
Another first-person shooter, though.
I can only imagine when you're making these games and you're like, hey, create something nasty. And then you show, the lead developer, and he's like, no. Nastier. I want this shit to be filthy.
To feel grimy.
Yeah.
I want people to wash their hands when they're done playing this game. And it's
It feels like you're in a nightmare, genuinely.
I mean, you start with somebody with an umbilical cord pulling it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, you started on a really good note. Really
The
good.
guns look gross in this game.
Yeah,
it's the exact opposite of High on Life that we were talking about.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to break that down. That just looked disgusting.
That's basically what you got out of that.
Yeah. That's why I picked that one.
I don't think we have anything else differing to talk about. I think that was fucking despicable.
I'm sorry.
No. I don't mean that as a knock to you or the game. I mean, it does, because again,
that's what they're going for.
That's what I was about to say, Trayvon. Me and Joel always talk about that. Sometimes when people judge things, they judge it on what they want it to be rather than what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So the game is supposed to look that disgusting. So when I say you look disgusting, that's a compliment to how hard you work for it to look that way.
Right.
So it's not
what you wanted it to look like.
Right. That's what you wanted it to look like. Yeah. I don't want it. Like. Yeah. I don't want it, but if that's what you're aiming for,
that's a success.
Bravo.
You know what?
Yeah, bravo.
I know I said 2 more, but we're going to do this one and then Diablo.
Okay.
I lied. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I lie all the time. It's fun. You're learning. It's okay.
I had to. This one's another one we had to touch. I told you this one's been insane.
Oh yeah, this one looks
selling
fun.
humans as drugs. You're the only one that can stop them. You realize we're gonna have to take out the entire alien drug.
I was like, is that Dan Harmon? It is Dan Harmon.
I love solar opposites.
You're just gonna leave me here in
Yeah.
what, space?
This one's for you
Everybody lives
then.
in base, including you. All right, you're a bounty hunter now. You gotta help me rescue my friends. They're Gatlians, just like me.
Yeah, this was crazy.
I know, right? My dad's like, I don't know what's going on. What is this?
Blasting away. Oh yeah, that's one of my children. They die fast. Don't worry, it's easy to make more.
I don't even want to know it.
This looks fun.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
And like, this is the first time I'm like, this first-person shooter I might play. Like,
well, I'd play it more so for the IP more so than anything.
Yeah.
else.
Well, it's the creators of Rick and Morty. It's not actually Rick and Morty.
No. That's yes. You're right. I meant more so that.
Yeah.
But they definitely, you can definitely see the influence.
Yes. Oh hell yes. What is that?
Oh, I know. We're gonna find out, but I don't want to know.
This is like a stripper version of that Star movie game that they just showed.
It looks like a fever dream.
Yeah, it really
What
does.
terrifies me is this. I guarantee you, this is about to become a show. I guarantee you, Adult Swim is just like, yeah, do it.
You know,
you never know.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Never know.
Because I'm like, if you're Dan, right? Think about the breaks he takes when he makes these fucking Rick and Morty
Pride of Brown Deer High
shows.
School.
You know what I'm
Went
saying?
to my high school.
He did?
Yeah, that's he. Obviously not when I was there, but yeah, he came.
No.
from the same high school.
Still, shit. Ain't nobody famous go to my fucking high school.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey went to my high school.
Who?
Matthew McConaughey.
Really?
All right.
Dope as hell.
What-
Shit.
That's nice.
Really? Wow.
Nobody went to my high school. Who went to your high school, Joel?
No one of importance. I did. I went to my high school.
Yeah, I was gonna say I went to my high school.
I mean, I don't want to
You
say that. I don't
value
know. There might be people out there that went to my high school that I don't know about, but I mean, I don't know about you. That's not my fault. Sorry.
Matthew McConaughey visited 2 years ago when
Oh, nice.
the high school won the state champs. He came and gave a speech at graduation. I wasn't there because I graduated.
If this counts, I don't think it does. But Queen Latifah had driven by my high school. Does that count? No.
No.
Okay, so yeah, no. I had.
Well then,
Diablo.
Well, yeah, let's do Diablo. Yeah, let's just change the conversation. There we go.
Sorry. If you want to finish, because now I feel like I cut you off.
You saved me.
Okay. That's
It's
fair.
gonna get worse. It's just gonna
You
get worse.
saved me. Yeah, that would have only snowballed.
That's the gameplay trailer.
Diablo 4 is the next generation of action RPG.
This is the
melding
trailer that
monster slaying and loot
dropped
collecting with
today, or was there a
full
trailer
realized
I'm messing up here?
No, this is the
this
one
is
that
it.
dropped.
For the faint
This is the one after they revealed the last class.
story and
Yeah.
unnerving. It's creepy.
This is probably the better one to show, though.
Yeah, this is like the whole game. The other one was just an announcement.
This is where the juicy bits are. You know, the same thing when play Diablo. I never
all the
really.
pillars of a
I'm a
Diablo
huge
game
Diablo
and just
fucking
expands
nerd.
them with all of the new
I've never
features that
played
people
this,
really love and appreciate
but like I
in
say,
modern
every time I
games.
see this, it just really reminds me of a game we played a long time ago.
Whoever you see
Gauntlet
yourself
Dark
being,
Legacy.
you can create.
That's what it reminds me of, and that's why I want to play it.
It's
The
important
character
to include
customization looks
robust
so
character
sick.
Oh,
though.
that's
customization
brand
so that I
new
can
too.
play
Because
the
even the last
fantasy that I
game,
want to
they finally
play.
you got the choice between being a man or a woman. Now you can be a man or woman, and you can customize the look. So I'm like, oh, this is
That
dope.
allows you to.
Yeah, this is actually like making me want to play Diablo, man. Like, this might be my first dive into the series.
Oh, please try it. I would love to play.
Everything feels very
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm definitely buying this.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I love Diablo. I've been a Diablo guy since Diablo
One of the
2.
really cool
When I
things
had it
about
on
having an open
PC, when
world
I
is
actually had a
the
PC
journey
that was
you take
good.
throughout Diablo 4 is your own.
And yeah, Diablo is
There's
my
no
favorite.
linear path
I
like
love
Diablo
it
4.
so much. That's why I was very scared when they
Got
bought
almost
Xbox. Bought it. I was like, don't you
dungeons
touch
in
my
the game.
franchise!
So it's like this, right? You're not up close, right? You're like, you can, it's
Top
like
down.
this is actual
Some holes are
gameplay.
enemy
Yeah,
territory.
Yeah,
top
some
down
of
like
some of
this.
it is, yeah. This is all gameplay.
Okay,
This is
okay,
exactly what it looks like. Yeah.
okay.
It'll be a bit to get used to top down because it's just gonna take a second to get used to it. But I'm willing to take the dive.
Yeah, like and like I don't know what
Gauntlet Dark
you
Legacy
get to
was
pick
just
your
like this.
your character. Like I'm more of a barbarian, which is
Sometimes
obviously
it's a new town.
the tank.
Sometimes
If
it's
you
a
know
new
what a tank is, a tank
dungeon.
character.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
whole
And
bunch
there's
of
the
rules
summoner
that you get.
types, there's the
And you have
magic
a real
type, there's
impact
the
on the world
archer
itself.
type, and there's
No,
the
you can't
now
leave
there's
us
a
here. They may come back
shapeshifter
any
with the
moment.
Local
druid
events
shapeshifter.
are really cool little
They got the
story segments
necromancer
that
they
happen
showed
within the
today.
Necromancer's the newest
You'll
one,
see
even
running
though he's
through
actually
Necromancer
the
looks
local
like really
event will pop
fun.
up and you can
yeah, the
choose to
necromancer can
participate
like
in
you can
it,
kill kill these characters and then resurrect them, and they'll fight for like that. They'll fight for you.
Wail on
Like
those
Nice,
giant bull
nice.
bosses.
You know, it kind of reminds me of my what I just did to my D&D character.
Yeah.
Which, like,
These are
we
events that
completely
take a
like
lot
we're
of
not
people,
super
and
far
you
into
really
it.
have
We
to
just
work
hit level 3. And my DM was like, "Do you want to change your
on your screen,
your
collaborating, trying to take this
subclass
big monster
because
down.
I
It's
want
epic.
to have more magic?" So we did that, and we ended up changing my race a little bit too.
It's
Super
so
fun.
easy to
What are
create
you?
a
What are you?
community.
So now
It
I
makes
am
Diablo
a
more
Market
of
Storm
a
half
social
elf,
experience.
rogue arcane trickster. Oh,
got
rogue arcane trickster.
If you have an Xbox and your buddy has a PC, you're
Yeah,
gonna
it's a lot of magic.
Or you could play couch co-op. 2 people on a couch.
I get a
sit
lot
there
of
and have
like
a great
illusions and like shadow
like
degree to make
We've
my
created specific zones
rogueness
where players can engage
more
in PvP.
sneaky.
You go there,
Yeah.
you can
I don't know
start
D&D
swinging
very
away.
well, but I wouldn't mind playing one day.
But you're also opening
It's
yourself
super
up
fun.
to being
It's
swung
super
at.
fun.
You need the right people.
Yeah. I mean, at first
you're,
I was
like,
just
really,
doing.
really good,
I was just
the
a half
game
elf
actually marks
rogue,
you as, like, a
inquisitive,
champion on the map.
rogue. So I'm just much more interesting now, and I have magic powers.
Right.
You basically become a loot pinata, and everyone wants to chase you down.
This looks a lot of fun. It looks a lot of like that
This-
weird like blood roll thing.
Yeah, that's a
really the
necromancer thing.
of a
That
whole
looks
different
fun.
part.
Yeah,
That's a necromancer right there.
Now you're set up for the end game, and that
That-
end
that
game
could be
is
anybody.
rich with things to do that allow
That
you to get
portal
more
thing
and more
was crazy.
powerful.
Whether it's
Yeah.
new items or new
the
dungeons
race.
or new
Looked like
paragon
Doctor
boards,
Strange and them
every
used.
single time you come back
Yeah.
to play,
So
is that the skill
there's going
tree?
to be new stuff for
Yeah,
you.
well,
to
that's
experience.
something new. That's something
And
new.
it's
I don't
something
know.
we're going to support.
That
for
is a
years to
lot.
come.
That's intimidating.
That's
really
new. You
excited
can never
for
ride a
folks to
horse.
get their hands
That's a
on
new
Diablo
thing.
4.
Ride a horse.
Okay.
But now it's
Just
more
to see
open
millions of
world.
people really
Before it was
enjoying
open,
the different
open, but not like
options.
this. This
Do
is
the
like you can
campaign,
go.
It's like
local
properly
events.
open.
Yeah, it's properly open. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
like
actually have to
150
go
dungeons.
in here.
And we are
Yeah.
so close.
Lilith is the bad one. Well, in this is the fourth one. So you basically killed the devil more than once.
Yeah, my dad is super hyped about this. He was so upset when it said 2023. He was like, please this year. I'm begging.
They keep moving this shit, but hopefully it really does come out in 2023.
Yeah, didn't
might
this
get
first
the-
get announced in 2019? I saw somebody was
Yeah,
saying.
well, it's been the years now because
Dang.
Yeah, everything that Xbox Showcase today is coming out within the next 12 months.
Yeah,
which is
everything.
awesome. Which is awesome.
And a lot of that are either exclusives at launch or day one Game Pass, or like all three. It's just
I did see that a lot. Game day one.
yeah,
game
a lot of day one Game Passes. So like a lot of these games, you only have to buy, you won't have to pre-order. It's day one, right on Game Pass.
Did you guys talk about Final Fantasy 16 at all?
No, we didn't. I
Does
didn't.
anybody like Final Fantasy?
I am going through my first like actual sitting down to play Final Fantasy with the most recent one that came out. So I'm pretty new to the series.
Never played it before.
Never played
pretty
Final
new
Fantasy. All right.
I'm into it so far though. I'm really digging it. If I am,
I completely forgot it got announced. Otherwise, I would have said, "Hey,
It
we should
looks-
show this too."
I watched the trailer for it. Like it looks so good. It has like a Game of Thrones feel to it.
And Persona 5 is coming to Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of shit out there, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, we barely scratched the surface.
The
of
Persona
everything that
games
came
are
out
great.
this weekend.
If y'all haven't played those once because I know 5 is coming out first, and then they're gonna do 4 and then 3. Play those. If you haven't
I'm gonna
played
do
any
it.
of them,
I'm
they're
excited. At my job, I hear about Persona all the time, and like I've never had a chance to play it, so I'm really
they're
excited
great.
to get a chance.
My only experience with Persona is in Smash. With
Ah.
Joker.
I cannot wait to report back with my experiences with Persona. It's gonna be fun. Oh, also, Microsoft Flight Simulator adding that Halo DLC that's available.
Yeah, that was
now.
wild.
That is
Yeah.
sick. I was like,
And-
you
and
gotta be kidding
They're
me.
working out with Hideo Kojima on some bullshit.
Oh, I screamed when I tell you I screamed. I literally like hollered because like, oh my god, I just like the man is a genius.
He is a G. I wasn't
And
the biggest
he's
fan.
working with Xbox now. Oh,
Yeah, no, Death Stranding was weird for me.
I
don't know,
I
but I'm a
lost
big Metal Gear fan, so I'm on board.
yeah. I mean, the whispers in the air. Obviously, this cannot be true.
Yeah.
Says that he has a horror game in development right now that is
Yes.
named Overdose. That could be a code
Yes.
name. That could be a working title. So I don't know what they're up to.
He was the one that was it was him that was part of PT, right?
Yeah, it was him. It was Otoro, and it was
Right.
Junji Ito.
God, that was waste.
I want Castlevania.
Jesus.
I want Castlevania.
The game or the show?
A new one. A new
They
one.
have a new anime
game.
coming out,
They have
but
a new
yeah,
anime
coming out.
Yeah, we got.
I would
we
like
got
a new
stuff for
game.
that.
I mean,
There's
there's
a new
rumors
Sonic
now.
show coming out.
Yeah, there's a lot of new shit.
yeah.
We have Jesus. Oh, we have so much. We have so much.
Yeah. I was thinking about that, but definitely not tonight, probably. But we'll definitely at some point break.
It's been a long time. It's been
Yeah.
a long breakdown.
A lot of shit to get through.
Yeah, we'll break down everything of Netflix at some point for sure, because I do want to do that. I do definitely want to do that.
This whole week has been full of just
Yeah.
new stuff.
Yeah.
And like we were saying earlier, like we got through a large chunk of like what we found exciting, but that's not even like scratching the surface of everything that happened.
Right.
Not even half of it. It's insane.
But no, I was really glad to do this with you guys.
Same.
It's been so much fun. I love it.
I
love
learned.
gaming.
Yes.
I learned a lot, so I'm always happy to learn a lot. I tell you guys when I don't know shit, I'll be upfront and honest about it. I don't know it. I don't know it. So you guys are speaking wizardry all night tonight. I know beta and meta and meta and SCADA.
Just
whatever
give
the hell.
Jawan the controller and let him play the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey man, you guys talk Street Fighter before I can get to it. I'm also as thrilled because I love Street Fighter. So I'm also
Absolutely. It looks gorgeous too.
It looks so good.
It does.
The art style is it's growing in such a perfect way for Street Fighter.
And it has a new mechanics. I love that. It needed a boost because Mortal Kombat
Yeah,
looks so much better now. Street Fighter kind of was left behind, and now it looks like they're trying something new, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, like Mortal Kombat has definitely had like no matter what you liked it or didn't like it, they've always tried new things. I've been afraid to be ambitious with
innovative,
trying new things and innovative for sure. So I always love Mortal Kombat for that, and I'm happy to see Street Fighter do that as well. I'd love to see another Killer Instinct though. We got one ages ago. Would love to see another one, but
they went a weird route with Killer Instinct by making it free to play. Then you gotta buy other characters.
I know. I
don't get I don't understand that route.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, we covered a lot. I mean, I know there was some games we said before that we wish maybe gotten, a little nod here or there, but there's so much year left.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not like this was December. There's so much
We're
year
gonna get
left.
Silent Hill. We're gonna get Silent Hill. It's gonna happen.
Right. So I think a lot of what we're expecting will come into fruition between now and the end of the year, which is great. But once again, I want to thank Jayla for setting this all up. It's a great setup, great intro, great way to interact with everybody. I didn't even know we had our own chat going on. Wow. Wow.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So now, look, all of this makes sense now because when people's popping in and out, this all makes sense. I didn't even notice it. Still getting used to it. But yeah, I had a great time. I'm glad we could do this. Like I said, I like getting into a field that I'm not too familiar with and just kind of sitting back and learning.
Yeah.
So this was great to hear you guys completely geek out. I brought together some of the greatest minds in gaming. AJ will be offended that I said that and he wasn't a part of it, but oh well. So there's nobody else besides you guys I would rather have heard.
AJ's running into line real quick.
Yeah, right now he's like, did you guys talk about anything? Yes, like whole 3 hours worth, AJ. Like, wait, let me talk about it. So please make sure you guys stay tuned. We might try to utilize this to just go live with a lot of our shows more instead of just recording. Or even we could use this to record. So
yeah, we can.
We'll
That's a total possibility.
We'll figure it out. This just works really well. So stay tuned, guys. We do have Much Ado About Nothing coming up this week with me and Joel. GVN Sports with me, Joel, and Didge. Obviously, I don't know how I'm going to do it this Wednesday. I swear to God, I might break it up. But it's only 2 more episodes of Kenobi, so I think I can do 2 more weeks. This Wednesday, we have Galactic Review and Marvel Cinematic Review. Wednesday. And then GVN Talk will be back this Friday. We'll probably break down everything Netflix, everything news-wise, everything going on with Warner Brothers and whatnot. Because I'm with Trevon. I want to talk some Castlevania. That shit made me smile from fucking cheek to cheek.
Oh,
Oh my god, fucking love Castlevania.
It's busy season for us here.
Yes, it is.
June is
no.
month.
Time out. Hold on. Don't say that because San Diego Comic-Con is right around the corner.
Well, don't forget
for me and Joel, that's an all-day affair.
Well, it used to
trying
be.
to break it
but
down.
with Marvel and DC having their own shit, it's less of an affair these days.
That is true. But who knows? Maybe they might pop their head.
Don't forget Umbrella Academy comes out next week.
Woo.
Oh, it does.
Good shit.
Oh.
So, or is it 2 weeks? It might be 2 weeks. It might have 2 weeks.
But they're gonna do it all at once. You
It's
gotta
all
wait
right.
for it.
It's all right. I'm gonna start smoking cigarettes. It's cool.
Cool.
Anyway, anyway, I want to thank you guys again. Didge, Joel, Trevon, Jayla, Jaime, and no, that was everybody. Didge, you know what fucked me up? Didge, you left and came back. That's because I'm like 2 people left. You left and came back. That just threw me off. Okay. Because I'm like, someone else left and they're gonna be pissed I forgot about it. I'm good. But all right, guys, thank you so much, and I will be doing a breakdown of Scott Pilgrim.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
We will be.
I love Scott Pilgrim.
Collectively.
Sorry.
Let me know when you do that so I
You're
can watch
not
it
leaving me out
again.
of Scott Pilgrim, buddy. I'm sorry.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
All right. Okay. I just was saying. Okay, everyone's invited.
All right. Yeah, we better be.
But a Scott Pilgrim breakdown will be happening this week. I'm not putting it off. I want to watch it again. I'm thinking maybe Thursday, but before you, Jayla.
Okay,
before
that works.
You. Yeah, before you, because it doesn't need to be long. Doesn't need to be long at all. Us just geek out about Scott Pilgrim and then leak right into yours. So stay tuned for that. I cannot wait for that. And like Joel said, Lightyear comes out this week, so stay tuned for a breakdown of that. We'll be breaking that down sometime.
And
maybe.
Jurassic
Well,
World.
World Dominion. Yeah.
That one.
When did that drop?
That's this week, right? This past, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this current weekend that we're. Oh wow.
Yeah, we
that
just
went
passed,
so under my radar. I didn't even know.
There's a reason, but it's okay.
I actually really like it.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it Friday.
Oh, okay.
It was
Okay.
really good.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, Jurassic Park has never been my thing, so I'm neutral. So to me,
neither for me either.
Yeah, so I didn't have high expectations,
never talked to me.
but I also don't have anything negative to say about it.
Hey man, everybody has their opinions. I like
No,
both, I like
I'm-
both trilogies.
I'm saying because it wasn't something that I was holding up here. I don't have any expectation.
Yeah.
So I can
Well,
just go
that
in
was-
clear-minded.
It was one of the first movies I watched as a kid where I was like, wow, it was bigger than normal. Like this is the first time seeing dinosaurs like that and Scream. I was shocked.
Yeah.
All right. And definitely, I didn't mention it before, but I do want to mention these last 2 things. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the Geek Set podcast. It's Friday, right, Didge?
Yes.
This Friday, in the Last Scare podcast. That is Jayla's creation. That has been, it's been making the rounds, man. I've been hearing a lot of people like, yo,
I've
love
enjoyed
it.
the first few episodes.
Nice.
Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are having fun. This coming up week, we're doing based on a true story or based on real events. The movies that use that marketing and
like Conjuring.
Oh no!
Conjuring.
Now I want to be a part
Strangers,
of that.
Strangers would be good.
Strangers is the greatest one, I believe, in my opinion, to be adapted based off of a true story.
Strangers is so.
That is fucking. I mean, even Trevon even said it, and he doesn't even like that kind of shit. That tagline was perfect. Where they're like, "Why us?" They're like, "Well, you were just home. Like you were home.
So,
like
yeah.
that's it."
Yeah. We're gonna break down how much they embellish it, how the marketing works, all that fun stuff, how it affected us growing up.
Yeah. No, I'm completely with you there. I can't wait for you guys to do that. Like
I'm
I said,
excited.
you guys have built up a massive fan base. I
When
can't
are-
join. Part of the
when are
reason
they?
people have loved it so much is that I'm not there. So I'm gonna let you guys keep doing it. It's Thursdays, Joel.
Thursday.
It's Thursday. That's usually me and your off day because we usually podcast Monday,
Well,
Tuesday.
it used to be figure it out, but like we can't figure out when to do that. Figure it out. so.
Yeah. That is very true. I didn't even think about that because we podcast so much. All right, we'll get to that off air. But again, make sure you guys tune in. Look, we just gave you podcasts Monday through Friday. Okay, so I don't want to hear you don't have any content, don't have anything to listen to. Monday through Friday is stacked. So make sure you tuned in. But till next time, peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye.